guys, how's it going? I'm Christina Fitzgerald. This is Mike Johnson. We're with Sugar Fire Smokehouse. We're here hanging out with our buddy Chef Bobby Tessler for the Drunken Chicken Diaries. It's gonna get interesting.
What's going on, everybody? Chef Bobby Tessler, Drunken Chicken Diaries, episode 2. This is really exciting for me, like super exciting, really dope. I'm here with Christina Fitzgerald and Mike Johnson from Sugar Fire, and I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you guys.
You should be.
I know, man.
Because he almost got me killed recently.
We're gonna talk about that. Like, so when I first texted you about this, I didn't expect you to be so excited. But then the first thing you said, that you're like, this has got to happen. So I was really excited to hear why this had to happen. So I'm going to take a shot to start off with, and my friends aren't drinking tonight, which is fine. They're drinking Sprite. That's cool.
I'm eating olives, though.
She's eating olives. So she's in the spirit of Tito's martinis. So, you know, I don't want to spend the whole time talking about Sugar Fire.
Me either.
We don't need
I know,
Perfect.
I know like all the interviews that you guys have done have been about Sugar Fire, but there's a lot of people that might not know about it and your story. All 30 views that I might get, they might want to hear about it. So give me the quick rundown of like introduce yourself and just like tell people what's up, man. Like I know your story, the New Orleans thing, and
Yeah.
And then go up into Sugar Fire and how'd you meet her and boom and.
Okay. I mean, basically, I was a chef in a previous life, like fine dining chef. I worked.
Let's start there real quick. I might cut you off a couple times.
Yeah, that's
but
okay.
Did you have the typical chef start or restaurant experience when you first started as like, I don't know what else I'm going to do with my life, or I need a job? Or did you actually want to be a chef? Because I started as a dishwasher.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I think those dudes over there are cool. I want to be a cook.
I was washing dishes too. I washed dishes at Al Baker's. Remember that place?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
my mom loved that place.
Yeah, that was a big deal in the '80s in St. Louis.
And I was a dishwasher at Ricardo's Italian restaurant in Lafayette Square.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, that's how I started.
I mean, really, most of my friends went to colleges. I got a group of friends. There's like 10 guys, and they all got real successful, but they all went to good colleges, and I wasn't college material really. And so I told my dad I wanted to be a chef, and this is like in 1989. And it's
for Food Network.
I got some early Food Network stories because I worked for Emerald before there was Food Network, and I would go with him to Memphis, where it was just starting up, and he was like their first guy, and we would do this show called How to Boil Water. It was terrible before he did his live show and got famous. But really, my dad's response was, "So I never knew you were gay," because but I think you might be old enough to know that back then it wasn't cool to be a chef, and his only knowledge of chef was Jack Tripper from Three's Company, who would pretend like he was gay because he could live with the 2 chicks.
Right, exactly.
You know, so he's like, "Oh God, my son." But anyway, he got over it, and so I just went and worked for Emerald, which was the best restaurant in the world back then in the early 90s, and then I worked for Charlie Trotter. After that was the best restaurant in the world.
Was it Emerald's or Commander's Palace?
I went to Commander's, and then for a couple months before Emerald's opened, then opened his first restaurant, Emerald's. And then Chicago and Charlie Trotter's, and then I worked in France for a while, a year or so, in a Michelin star restaurant there. I worked in California, the best guy out there, Joaquin Splichal, Patina in L.A.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. I moved here from Napa. I was in Napa before.
Awesome.
And then I did 2 years. I worked in Vail in the winter and Nantucket in the summer.
Okay.
And so I worked for a big guy in Vail, Danielle Jolie. He was awesome. And then
did you so you did you have a love for the Louisiana cuisine?
Yeah. Well, mostly I wanted to be like a super fancy chef.
Okay.
Like the Tweezer
Didn't
chef.
we all?
And I want to talk about Tweezer chefs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And even back then it was a little different because there wasn't as like it is now, where these guys can watch YouTube and they make up some stupid foam or something.
And they'll slice a radish and
and the
tweeze a flour.
And they'll make something into a caviar ball or whatever, and they'll put like a whatever. Well, it's fine,
That still to this day does not impress me one bit.
No, back then it was tall food. I don't know if you remember.
Well, when you pipe you know, your mashed potatoes like 4 inches tall, and then stack
everything had to be this high off the table.
And we called it a Napoleon.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, we did. Everything was a Napoleon. Every fresh mozz, tomato, basil, fresh mozz, Napoleon.
I wonder if they still call it that.
I don't know.
I'm so far removed from that.
Oh,
life.
yeah.
I don't know what a Napoleon is.
Now I like to eat, you know, and then I owned fine dining restaurants for years.
Yeah, tell me about your groundwork in St. Louis.
So in 98, I came back, 97, I came back from Napa, and I bought Cafe Zoe in Clayton.
Yeah.
And then I opened Cafe Mira, was a nice restaurant there for years.
That's where I met you.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, of course.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, dude.
All right, we'll talk about that.
What did I do? I mean, did I do anything weird? Did I?
No, I really admired you.
Yeah.
And you were
but we hung out a lot with the kids, and our kids went to camp together one time.
That was after Mira.
Oh, okay.
When I met you at Mira, there was like a festival going on in Clayton called, what was that festival they had? Like Clayton...
The Art Fair.
The Art Fair in Clayton. And I was the sous chef at Remy's.
Oh, no way. Dude, you know Ben Davis and all them dudes?
So Ben Davis.
Did Dave work there, Molina?
Dave was part of Great Restaurants.
Really?
He worked over at Big Sky or Blue Water.
Yeah.
And so that...
A lot of talent came out of that restaurant.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, I mean, it was me and Ben Davis.
I love Ben.
Of Remy's, and then Lisa Slay was our boss. I mean,
I think Ben works for Katie's Pizza.
No, dude, he works for Gerard now at Brasserie.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was with Katie's Pizza for some reason.
But yeah, so Ben and I
that's that other guy. What's his name? Sorry.
Ben Welch worked at Katie's for a minute, and then now he's at the Midwest.
I'm sure Ben Davis did too. We'll ask him.
I don't know. I'll ask Ben. So Ben, if you're watching or later, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, when I was at I was the sous chef at Remy's, Ben and I, and so this art
Remy's
festival.
had great food.
They did have it. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, as I was hearing this name, Mike Johnson, Cafe Mira, Eric Brenner, I don't know where he went.
Eric, he lives in Colorado Springs.
Okay. He was just this guy with the spiky hair that had a publicist.
Moxie.
I had no idea why. So, but anyway, you were like a celebrity. I mean, you know, like in chefs, in the chef world, you hear of other chefs in St. Louis, you're like, man, that dude's badass. And you were one of those guys because you had Cafe Mira, and I was a little intimidated when I first met you, and you were so busy at the time, I wouldn't expect you to remember me, but yeah, that was when I first met Mike Johnson. So it was like Cafe Mira, and so that was pretty cool. But then I had to remind you later when we saw each other in Webster Groves at the camp that, hey, I used to work at Remy's. Long time.
I remember that. Yeah. We've known each other a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time, like 20 years.
It's a shame you tried to have me murdered recently.
We're going to talk about that. So, all right, finish your restaurant scene. You had a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah, so I would own like a bunch of restaurants. I'd have one that did okay, then one that broke even, then 3 I'd lose my ass on. And so I would never make any money for years and years. And then,
so you had a lot of failures.
An epic amount of failures. I had a couple good ones. Barcelona did awesome. Momo's I did awesome on. Boogaloo I did awesome on. And then a bunch of terrible ones that, I mean, I could go on for all night about how bad some of these ideas were. And
Roxanne?
Yeah, I did good on that one, but that was part of Mira because what would happen is I would sell them, like, you know how it is in the restaurant business, everyone's like, I could do better. So I would sell them to I did this twice at Mira actually. Sell it to the employees. And a couple guys at the restaurant, they would buy it, run it out of business in 6 months, and the landlord would call me back and say, hey, can you come open this again? I'd be like, all right. Come back, scoop it up for free, build it up again, sell it again a year later. The employees, they go out of business, and I take it over again. It's kind of a fun game I had going on for
I
a few years.
interviewed with them to be their chef one time.
Oh, at Roxanne?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Those are the girls, Natalie and
and
Natalia and Emily. They're
Natalia.
Good friends of mine. They're awesome.
Yeah,
that
was like...
They did good. They were the last ones, and they're the last ones that bought me out, and they did good.
Well, yeah, that was so long ago, man. So you hit a rough patch, and let's see, from what I know, your dad bought you this badass smoker.
So at Boogaloo, he kept saying you got to get a smoker, and I was like, why? And he's like, barbecue, and this is like in the mid 2000s. And I said, okay. And so we had a beautiful smoker out back in Old Hickory Pit. That's what we still use right now.
That's awesome.
And then we're even good friends with the family that owns Old Hickory. When we have like a lot of them, we're one of their bigger customers probably. And we do travel the world together. I mean,
like if we go to do a festival in Australia, they'll ship the
Old
smoker
Hickory will
over
send me
there.
a
so cool.
10,000-pound smoker to Australia or to France, or wherever, Ireland, when we're going to somewhere, and they'll just leave it there and sell it after we leave. But they're the best. But anyway, when I sold Boogaloo, the only stipulation was I lost my ass on it. But I said I want to keep the smoker. And so I kept the smoker, and I had it in my buddy's garage. Garage. When I say garage, it was like a mechanic's garage.
Okay.
For a couple years, and I was doing some barbecuing on it and some contests, but I wasn't really working. I took a year or two off, just being just depressed.
I remember Mike Johnson's catering.
Yeah, I used to do catering a lot. Yeah, I did do a lot of catering. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I did do a lot of catering. That's what I was doing, and I worked at and Charlie and Carolyn Downs from Cyrano's were always investing in my restaurants, and they had me being the chef kind of part time at Cyrano's. So I was doing that, and I was doing some catering on the side. And honestly, the only reason it was called Mike Johnson Catering was because I didn't have a business license, and people would give me the check, and I'd take an eraser and be like,
Mike Johnson.
boom.
That's awesome. Dude.
Damn.
So yeah, so that was like a rough period of time.
Oh, the worst. Yeah, depressed.
And then, so fast forward to like the whole Sugar Fire idea with Carolyn Downs.
So Carolyn and I, we've always been good friends, and she's the best pastry chef in town. There's no denying or arguing that.
I love Cyrano's.
Yeah,
it's
the
such
best
a great
desserts.
like date night.
Yeah.
You know, like to impress somebody. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
and so we were talking when I was working at Cyrano's as the chef or whatever. We were always saying, you know what? If I ever did one more restaurant, it would be barbecue, and it would be like barbecue and pies, and that's the fire and the sugar fire. And the sugar is the pies, and the fire is the barbecue. And
I thought it was the other way around. Barbecue dessert. No.
Yeah, but sugar fire. I mean, it would be fire sugar if it was barbecue and dessert.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So the crazy thing happened. This guy, I was looking at a spot for a year or so. We couldn't find anything, and this guy heard my landlord in Olivet, now Greg Yowitz, the best landlord of all time in history. He said he called and he said, "Hey, there's a Dickey's barbecue here. They owe me 3 months of rent. They want to leave." He's like, "If you pay their back rent, you can take all their equipment and start a barbecue restaurant. I heard you want to do a barbecue restaurant." And I thought, well, why would I do a barbecue restaurant in a failed barbecue restaurant? You know,
right? Wow, yeah.
Because I didn't have any money and it was the only option.
And you're thinking like, if they failed, why would I succeed?
Yeah, and the other thing too is, I don't have any money to buy them out.
Right.
So Charlie and Carolyn financed the whole thing. They paid the back rent. We took over. I didn't get one permit because I didn't have no money. And I went in there with this guy, Jose.
And you're in there sawing
papered
shit.
it up. Oh, dude, chainsaws. We took the window out. And it was actually our big sign in there there's Dickey's barbecue pit. I took a chainsaw, took out the Dickey's, and we had this big lit up barbecue pit
Barbecue, that's awesome.
And the day before we opened, a week before we opened, I was hysterical. I told Charlie and Carolyn, I was like, this is the worst idea I've ever had in my life. You know, there's no parking. We're in Olivet. Who wants to go into Olivet?
Right.
You know, because it's like no man's land.
Was Fallon's there when you?
Yeah, they were there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still there. They're doing good. Yeah, they were there, and I just got it. But anyway, a week beforehand, I'm like, I'm gonna lose your guys' money. This is a terrible idea. Let's pull the plug. And we ended up opening anyway, and it was like first day of sales like 1,000, then 2,000, then 3,000, and then I got on Barbecue Pitmasters, and then it kind of took off from there. And it would all of a sudden we were having $35,000 days.
So is that what you think catapulted you out of like?
Yeah, and it was also
because no offense, but barbecue, you didn't invent it.
Nobody did.
Cavemen.
Right, like we didn't invent barbecue,
No, I
we
know.
didn't invent cooking, but like
I
so
know.
you weren't doing anything that was like new.
No, but
you
but
put a
here's
twist on
here's
it.
the thing.
Come up in a craze though, like it started trending. Everything,
It
all things
did.
barbecue, and it was like at the perfect time where
It was.
I think he was just ahead of the curve.
But here's the thing about it though, and anybody that was around back then will tell you, it succeeded because I know how to cook and I understand flavors and I'm a chef, and so I understand flavors more than these other barbecue guys. And out of sheer survival, because I was so broke and so depressed, I haven't done I would spend the night there for like the first year.
Yeah.
I had my car repoed before we opened.
The G-Wagon?
Yeah, dude, I had a G-Wagon.
I remember.
I know, man.
Yeah.
But I bought another one. I bought a
Okay.
couple since then.
Nice.
But
Can I drive it?
no, I sold them again.
All right, cool.
I gave one to our 16-year-old kid
That's
for her birthday, and
awesome.
she drove it in the ground. And then I was like, I'm done with this. But sheer survival, was there all night long, like season all the meat, smoke all the meat all night, pull it out at 5 in the morning, and then I'd stand there and cut meat all day, talk to everybody, do all the social media, make sure everything's perfect. And it was really me and Melina from Dave from Remy's. And
So
Blue
did you
Water.
have Dave from the beginning?
Yeah, he came in. Yeah.
All right.
He
Shout out to
came in
Dave
literally
Molina.
a week. Yeah, Dave's still with us.
Dave's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just in Dallas. We opened a store in Dallas. He got stuck there for about a month and a half.
Really?
Because would tell you the most hilarious
This is
story
the
too.
best
We can
story.
tell you later. We'll get into it later. One of the greatest chef stories of all time happened in Dallas.
You better
last
make
month.
sure he doesn't follow you.
Oh, he doesn't. I don't. Nobody cares.
All right, well, we're leaving
Embarrassing
Christina out.
story.
How did you meet Christina?
Well, after the restraining orders finally wore off, and she was stalking me for so many years.
That's awesome. So she was stalking you. High five to that.
Oh
buddy.
yeah.
All right.
Literally
couldn't,
no
and,
one in the world would ever believe that.
And after she
It
passed
feels
all
good
the,
to say though.
we had her tested several times and after she cleared all the tests and everything, I let her take me out to dinner.
That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Actually,
how it went.
a hilarious story.
I saw the story. Okay, I may be wrong, but I saw a story that she was doing her a video for the Food Network or a pilot or something, and you were like in
Oh,
the
yeah.
background.
Well, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so the
Stalking,
reason
creeping.
I actually
Not in a dangerous way.
The
Just
reason
like,
I
You didn't know you were being a
Do you know
creep.
Chef Will Pelly?
that's the best way to be a
I know
creep.
the name, but
Will Pelly was a buddy of mine and he's basically
You're
the
talking
one
to him
that,
past tense like he's dead.
no.
He's our buddy.
No, he's still
Yeah.
you're still my buddy. But he basically introduced us because when I did Food Network, I went there and everybody was like, "Oh, you're from St. Louis, you must do barbecue, right?"
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, "Nah," like I didn't. And this is whenever barbecue was blowing up, and I'm like, I really need to learn this. And the other thing was, I didn't really have I didn't know what my niche was yet, because I was fresh out of culinary school, and I was like, I don't want to just be the Italian cook at the time. I want to cook
Yeah.
everything. So I refused to pick one thing. So when I got back, I was like, Will, where do I go to figure out barbecue? And he's like, you should check out Sugar Fire. I'm like, okay, cool. It was either that or Pappy's. It was
Right.
what I'm going to do, or Bogart's. So I'm like, okay, so, that's whenever.
You
and
could have been
after-
married to Skip right now. You're lucky from Pappy's. You're lucky you came to Sugar Fire.
It's not, there's some more to this story that I'll just. Okay. But anyway.
we'll save that for another show.
Yeah. That's the after hours show. No, so after we were dating for a month, he was like, yeah, let me see your little sizzle video, whatever got you, your management and stuff for Food Network. And he's in the fucking back of it 10 times. There's actually one spot where we were at a food competition. It was maybe a Taste of St. Louis, one of those.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And as I was walking up on the stage to go talk to another chef, we're standing there back to back he was talking to Melina, and I was talking to another chef, and we never ever saw each other. We were always just missing each other. And he's in the back, so that pretty much makes you the stalker.
Well, so
I
he
mean,
was
you were the
that,
one.
and he's that unnoticeable.
I didn't know who the hell Mike Johnson
Right.
was. You're sitting here talking about how he was a celebrity. I didn't know who he
Well,
was.
to chefs in
Did
the
not know.
90s, in the late
Didn't know.
early 2000s, he was that guy.
Damn,
So now you know.
old.
We're old, man.
She wasn't born then, I don't think.
No, listen to this though.
Oh, you were
So-
born in the 90s. You're
So I
alive.
actually was flying out to a Food Network thing, and I met. Did you ever meet Casey?
Casey.
Casey was a buddy of mine that he was
He was
I gotta
always-
call him actually.
He was always well.
He worked with me
he's-
for the first 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
He's doing his own thing now.
Yeah.
He came
I met
up
him.
to-
I met him at the Wing Ding.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Casey now always did wingding.
Yeah, I got a picture of the
Yeah.
4 of us on the wall back there.
What?
I do.
Nice.
Oh, fun.
Me, you, Casey, and the owner from Fallon's.
Oh, Danny or it's probably-
One of those
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Chris or Dan.
Yeah, so Casey came up to me at the airport, and I was flying out to do a premiere party or something. And he's like, hey, are you a chef? I think I follow you on Facebook. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. It was 5 a.m. And so he represented himself as Sugar Fire. So later, whenever Will was like, oh, you got to go to this Sugar Fire place, I walk in and I see that guy, and I'm like, oh, this must be Mike Johnson. I thought Mike was Casey. So then Mike comes over, and I'm sitting there talking to Casey because I had met him. And Mike's just staring at me. I'm like, who's this
Trying to figure out what I
fucking
was looking
weird
at.
guy staring at me right now? I didn't know I was there to meet him. So anyway, that's kind of how it started.
So you guys hit it off and been cooking barbecue ever since.
Yeah.
So is it tell me about the beard thing, because I've always wondered
Oh,
before barbecue you didn't have a beard.
It's-
It was
Pull out your
minor.
driver's
But
license
now
real quick.
everybody.
Oh, no, here,
It's
look,
like
I got one.
It's like, do you have to have a beard to cook
No,
barbecue?
I just don't have a good chin. That's really all it is.
Dude.
And I've gained so much weight in the last 10 years.
You've not gained weight. You never worked
Hey,
out a damn day in your life
If
until
anybody's
we
watching
started
this
dating.
video, go Google Mike Johnson from his early days. This is a good looking man right here. Under the beard, I'm just telling you. Nothing against
when
the
I'm
beard.
when I'm skinny, it's okay. But dude, I'm just like
You're
Bobby
such a
is-
fat pig.
I
His
know.
head is
I eat
big
barbecue and
enough,
hamburgers
Bobby.
all
Just
day
a
long.
big fat ass
I
guy.
know.
Like you need to go to the gym.
No, I know.
Shut up. We'll go skateboard together. All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
We can pick up right
We'll
where we
cut
left off. This mic is right in her face and we can't see her real well, so I'm just gonna move it back.
Is this live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, people are watching it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
My mom wanted to see Mike Johnson.
Is that your mom, Robley?
Yeah, Rob Lee. Yeah.
Well, they
that's-
can't see me?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
see you
they see
now.
you, dude. Have you?
Christina,
Wait.
Yes.
he wants a black cherry soda, is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Okay.
Get him whatever he wants. Anything that's not hot, like fire. All right. We had to
You guys can
cut
pick
for a
up where you left
second.
off. I apologize, I just wanted to make sure we could see her well. Okay?
What the fuck were we talking about?
That soda now?
How we met. Beards, yeah.
Beards. Tell me about. All right. So
Okay.
we're back. So is it a myth, or am I tripping, or do you have to have a beard to cook barbecue?
It helps, but
Because I think that every damn
Yeah.
barbecue chef I've seen has a massive beard.
I don't have one.
Except for this. I
you make
kinda,
up for it in eyebrows.
Thank you. Oh,
When I
okay. All right, the gloves are off then. Okay. I didn't know we were going to
No,
go down
that's
this road.
awesome.
That's okay.
that's great. No, I love
Notice
that.
how I covered up. Like I'm in
Oh.
defense mode.
Backhand.
No, he always comes over to me and I know he's about to say something stupid because he walks over and he's covering his jaw.
And he's
Because
already
he knows
ready
I'm just going
that
to
you're about to
slap
get
him.
him.
Yeah. So
So-
he gives it away.
Not as dumb as I look.
So next year on Halloween, you guys got to dress up as each other. Yeah.
Oh,
So you got to have the beard. You got to have the eyebrows. Can you
Oh,
pull it off?
I could have a lot of fun with that.
All right, we'll do it next year.
Okay.
all right,
Next time,
Bet.
next Halloween, you guys are gonna dress up as each other.
all right. That's a good
And
one.
you heard it here. So, yeah, dude, like I'm really, man, honestly, I'm really super, I'm proud of you, bro. Like
Thanks, man.
100%. Because I remember running into you at Restaurant Depot when both of our restaurants first opened up, around the time that our restaurants were opening
We opened
up.
the same time, I think.
Yeah,
2012 or 11 or
See,
something.
I
like
opened
that.
in April 2011.
Yeah.
So I was in Restaurant Depot and I ran into you. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, what have you been up to? And you're like, oh, I got Sugar Fire, and it was like brand new. And you're like, it's me and 4 Mexicans,
Yeah.
and it's cafeteria style, and we're just banging out like meat and sides. And
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds pretty dope. And I'm like,
Yeah.
if you're doing it, it's got to be something rad. So
Yeah, thanks.
it was. It was really cool for me to see you and hear you say that, and then I didn't see you for a couple years, and I just saw the progression. It was like one restaurant, then boom, it just like blew the fuck
I know.
up. And I'm like, that's my boy. Like I
Yeah,
know
lucky.
that guy. Like that's my guy.
Lucky.
That's so rad, dude. Like I mean, like all the way around. Like everything about it is so cool. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, I went on a different path, and I'm really proud that I built a brand. And
Same. I mean, like, I'm proud of you too, man. I love
mean-
seeing your success.
I know that your kids have liked the rest or the
Oh yeah.
food here.
Well, Sammy, my nephew, lives across the street, and this is his favorite restaurant by far. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your sister has come in here a couple times, or Sam's mom or Sam's parent. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. So anyway,
we don't talk.
okay. Well, anyway,
Waiting for the.
I know you're.
I'm just kidding.
So
has
yeah,
some issues he needs
but
to
I mean,
take care of.
your kids have. You came in here one time and got some food for your kids, and I mean, I think we kind of went full-fledged into our brands around the same time, and you like blew up crazy and started expanding, and I'm the type of guy that I like to be in my restaurant, be hands-on, and I like to be seen by my customers
Oh
every
yeah,
day, and,
yeah,
I mean,
100%.
and when they see
it's
me
important.
here,
Yeah.
like after they've seen me on TV or something on Channel 2 or something, they'll come in and actually see
Cops
me here.
season 4.
The Cops, yeah, like
Try to catch a predator.
Catch a
the
predator.
first 48, yeah, they see me there, and then they're like, "Oh shit, you're actually working." So, it's cool, man. I really appreciate the brands that you and I have built. I mean, they're
Big time. Yeah.
they're staples in St. Louis.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And I mean, that's something that a lot of people can't say. I mean, a lot of chefs all of our lives, our goals are to open up restaurants one day. And from being a chef, and you say, yeah, I want to open a restaurant, but it doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
And when it does happen, it doesn't always succeed.
There's
So-
a 1 in a million chance that it's gonna. You've been here 10 years almost.
10 years,
Nobody
dude.
does. Like that's not a thing.
And it's not.
No.
And that's why I didn't open a fine dining restaurant,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you open up a fine dining restaurant 5 years later, there's something.
Oh,
there's
dude.
way more cool restaurants, and you're just like kind of
Old
fizzling
news.
away.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Like back in the day, like maybe 2006, I was getting blasted with Ivy Magruder, Kevin Dixon, and Paul Hamilton at 1111 Mississippi at like way after hours. And Kevin Nash is there. I had no idea who this guy was, but we're just getting hammered at the bar. We're drinking, and Ivy comes out with this charcuterie board, and there's like all these cool sausages and cheeses and stuff. And like me and Kevin Nash are slamming shots. And I later found out that was the owner of Sydney Street and later Peacemaker. So that was pretty rad. I mean, just being a chef in St. Louis. Let's talk about that for a second. And there's such like there's like so many politics in St. Louis food scene when it comes to like Sauce and Feast Magazine.
Oh yeah.
And Riverfront Times, and there's like cliques, and it's like Rick Lewis and I mean, I'm not gonna go into that. Rick's a good dude. I love Rick. But all these different chefs, and it's so cliquey. Have you noticed that, or is it just me?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care. I'm at the point where I don't care. I mean, I'm just nice to everybody, and
I'm
pump
not.
I'm
very nice to everybody.
I pump everybody up. I hope everybody's successful. There's maybe one or two people that I think might be a douchebag.
I want
but I don't
everybody to
care.
succeed.
I mean, it's there. Whatever. I want everybody. I'm a firm believer in the rising tide lifts all the boats. I want to see everybody doing great. You know what I mean? But maybe that's just because I'm lucky and I'm doing good now. Maybe if I was doing terrible, I'd be a jealous hater.
I'm doing good, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of a hater sometimes. I mean, I'm not a hater.
I'm kind of I can be a closet hater.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
the good chefs here, like, I mean, I think that this is a great restaurant town. You know, so there is some really good restaurants here.
As long as you have a beard and a nice apron,
Yeah.
a very expensive apron and a beard, you can make something happen.
We have some cool aprons.
We have some amazing aprons. We do this festival in
Can I have one?
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Well, I'll get you one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
They're so fucking cool. We go over there as like the celebrity pitmaster from the U.S. We've done it 2 years in a row, and it's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It's called Churrascada. Dude, it would blow your mind.
That's so rad.
Something we could not ever. It's all this live fire. It's just like
You guys have seen some of the coolest
crazy.
shit.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been all over
Crazy.
St. Louis. You guys have been all over this fucking planet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And like, dude, I saw you in the mall one day. This was like 4 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago. And I was like, hey man, what's going on? He was like, oh yeah, I just got back from Brazil.
Yeah.
And I'm headed to New Zealand next week.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
We're in Australia
you,
all
dude.
the time.
Yeah.
Australia.
They love us.
They love us in Australia. It's the weirdest thing. We go in there like 5
And you want to
years.
know what's crazy?
It's the weirdest thing.
Do you want to know something that's crazy, which he hates? Because obviously here he's a bigger deal than I am, but in other countries, I'm a bigger deal than he is. They did a caricature on a billboard thing of my face, and yes, they made my eyebrows look crazy, but still, no, they like over there. I think
They ran out of paint. Let's put it that way.
I don't think they have having a female chef and a pitmaster over there is just unheard of. So we're like Mike's used to everybody like lining up to take a picture with him or whatever, and he was so.
No, that's
His
not it.
ass was chapped because
I mean-
yes, it was. Look at his face because you can't deny it.
Okay, let's be honest though. I'm bigger in Europe.
Where?
Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there's
Okay,
one. I
but
got
I'm
you up
bigger
on
in
one.
New Zealand.
We do these ones
Australia,
in Ireland all the time.
and Brazil.
all right, well, how about this? Fuck both of you. Because nobody in any other country knows who the fuck I am besides the chef in Cancun that I
What
got.
about that thing in Thailand a few years ago with the teenagers?
That wasn't publicized. We didn't talk about that. But no, that's so fucking cool that you guys can even argue about that.
You know what I said? We got a good friend that owns one of my favorite restaurants in the country. It's called The Shed in Ocean Springs. It's the coolest restaurant you've ever
Amazing.
even been in the U.S. But I was talking to him a few years ago, and they took my passport away because it was so full and it had too much. It was all tattered, and there was nowhere to put stamps. And he was like, "Are you going somewhere?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I had to rush my passport because my passport was so full of stamps that they took it away when I was coming to town last week." And he looked at me and goes, "You're such a dick." I was like, man, that sounded like such a dick thing to say. I felt so bad after I said it.
I mean, but shit, how many people can say that?
Our little dude's been to about 15 countries.
Oh, he's been to he's been to more, way more. Yeah.
Can I come one
Dude,
time?
you can go where you
Sure.
want to.
Like seriously,
Hell yeah.
can I just like roll with you guys one
Corey,
time?
we always need help, bro. Whenever you want to go,
Always.
I'm down, and
you gotta
I
come
know
to-
my way
I
around.
would recommend Australia.
We usually take
Or
somebody
Brazil,
with us.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what?
I have a
always do.
passport,
If you had
and
to
I
pick
know how to
one-
cook.
Yeah.
Yes, if you had to pick one, I would say New Zealand, Australia, or Brazil are hands down the best. I
I'll
mean,
just pick anything.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
not the United States.
But yeah, I mean,
doing one in
we
Mexico
always, we
next
always
month.
take like at least one person with us from the restaurant.
I'm not from the restaurant, but
No,
I
I know,
know my
but-
way around the kitchen.
Exactly.
Ah, yeah, dude, it's fun. Yeah.
That's so fucking cool, dude. Like
Crazy
I'm
shit.
so
Every
jealous
time we
about
go
that.
to, some crazy shit happens.
Of course,
Like,
it
you
does.
know, like
I feel like we, yeah, oh. Yeah,
something
but-
crazy always happens.
That's
it's
so
awesome.
rad.
I feel
Yeah.
like with everything going on with the pandemic, I appreciate it that much more because it was just the way that our life was and I was used to it. And now that, you know, all the obviously festivals and large gatherings of people aren't actually happening anymore. So I realize like how awesome, you know, it really is and how appreciative I am of it. Because
So when
I
you
fucking
guys
miss it.
Yeah, I mean, when you guys travel out of the country for like since the pandemic, is it different than here, or is it everybody's masked up and all that crazy
Yeah,
shit?
we've been out of the
Not-
country a few times
we've
this
been-
year.
Yeah, since
it's
the
a lot
pandemic.
safer.
Is it worse than here?
No,
Well-
they're messed up. They can't. You go in an elevator somewhere in a different country, and they
They
won't
have
let you
somebody,
touch
you don't touch the elevator, you don't open the door, you don't go in and out of any building without getting your temperature checked.
It's way
Like,
more aggressive
You know, I
there,
think
yeah.
it's because some of the places rely so heavily on tourism, and if they don't make it
Yeah.
extremely safe, they got nothing. You know, people aren't going to come visit, so they
And then
really have to make you feel safe.
Us dumb Americans,
They're like,
we're so stupid as a
I
country.
know.
I mean, we're the dumbest country, and we're the most
We know.
spoiled.
we're the
country.
best and the dumbest.
We're the best and the dumbest and the most spoiled fuckers
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like we are so spoiled.
But the thing is, everyone complains like, oh, people from other countries think we're idiots, and they do.
They
This
do.
is true, and we're
They
friends
do.
with them, and we know. Like I read the comments, and they think that we're dumb Americans, but not one of them would get their left nut to live here. I promise you that.
They would.
Really?
Dude,
they would,
100%.
They're
oh
like,
my
you guys
God.
are so dumb.
Yeah.
I want to live there.
God,
Yeah.
God, I want to come there so bad, and that's true. It's
And they
just-
do come. They do come visit. We have lots of people that roll through, come from all over the place. From Germany, we do.
We have people from all over
They
the world come
always
stay with
come,
us all
like,
the time
yeah,
and
stay
work
at
in a
our
restaurant
house.
and then go open barbecue restaurants and
That's so
other
cool, man.
countries.
So you guys, so as a chef, I mean, like coming up in your industry and you too, you guys didn't have a background in barbecue.
Nah, not
I
really.
mean, playing
No.
around,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
No, but I'll tell you this though, I fell in love with it. I was I knew I loved food, and I was just like, that was always my passion. But once I figured out barbecue, like, there's no going back for me.
I saw you grilling octopus a few weeks back, or maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah, we did octopus for
Oh, the
or
baby
baby
octopus. Yeah,
octopus.
yeah.
And like, honestly, that was really hot. Like, that was so dope to see a girl grilling baby octopus. I've never seen that before. And then the way you did it,
I don't know
was
if I
like,
should be flattered or
No,
offended
it was
because it,
so
sounds a
fucking
little
cool.
sexist.
hey, call it what you want, but like, I've never seen a pretty girl just grill baby octopus and make it seem like, I mean, you were just so into it, and it was so cool.
She's a good chef.
That's really
Yeah.
dope. Like, I've seen some of her stuff, man. I've actually seen
I
more
was
of her.
good enough to beat him yesterday.
Let's talk
By
about
a
that.
fraction
You know
of
what
a
they say?
point.
Even a blind dog finds a bone occasionally.
Let's talk about
happens.
competition though. So so my culinary background like was sparked by the Louisiana culture and Emerald, because when I first wanted to be a chef, Emerald had this really boring show on the Food Network.
Yeah.
There were like 3 shows on the Food
Yeah.
Network, and I wanted to do that, but I fell into the restaurant industry by default as a dishwasher or prep cook, and I just wanted to make $7 an hour because I was making $4.50, and I wanted to do that, and then it kind of I was the first chef at BB's Jazz Blues and Soups downtown.
no way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like my red beans and rice are actually still on the menu there. But it was during that time that I really wanted to become a chef and like actually like work in a chef as, you know, work in a restaurant as a chef. And then I went to culinary school in Louisville, Kentucky. And that just changed my life. I learned the foundation and stuff. But like my groove was like, and my passion was always for like Southern Louisiana.
Yeah, me too.
Cajun and Creole, I mean, stuff like that.
That's
So,
my
you
cue.
know-
I'll be right back.
I'm older than you, so my before Food Network I would watch Justin Wilson. Remember him?
Yeah.
You know,
Barely.
Yeah, he was a Cajun chef. You'd be
Yeah.
like, "Whoo, gotta add some more wine with that." You know,
He was right
Yeah.
after Paul Prudhomme.
Yeah, same time,
Okay.
and maybe even before Prudhomme, and then Paul Prudhomme, and then there was a TV show called Great Chefs in New Orleans, which was the ultimate show back in the like mid and late '80s.
That's really cool. I saw old episodes of that. Like they were
Yeah,
like
I'm on one of them. I'm on
Are you?
with Emerald. I went and when I first got there, I went and I did a whole episode. We made
Really?
crawfish cheesecake. Yeah, I gotta try and find it.
That's yeah, you gotta find that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm in the
awesome,
background.
dude. So yeah, like that's where my passion came from. And then I learned classical French, and I actually hung out with Emerald when he came to Sullivan University in Kentucky. He was there for like 3 days, and they assigned
Wow.
me to like be his guy.
Go getter.
Yeah, and like most of the time we were supposed to be in the kitchen. We were outside smoking Marlboro Lights and talking shit. And I'm like, I was with like, that was like, I was starstruck, dude. Like when I
Oh,
met
dude,
Emerald,
yeah.
I was totally fucking starstruck. I'm like, this guy is like Emeril Lagasse, and this is before the live show that he had. So he was just, he had Emeril, you know, his cooking shows. And I'm like, this dude is so fucking rad. And here I am smoking cigarettes with him. He's actually a down to earth dude.
The ones that are down to earth and actually nice. It's like so cool. It's just like it really like just brings everything you watch and have seen of them to life. But they're not all like that.
I go in
there.
there.
A couple of them are dicks.
I went
and
in.
It's so disappointing.
I went into meeting Emeril thinking he was gonna be a dick, but he was one of the chillest dude. He was really soft spoken. I expected this loud, obnoxious, like whatever, and he was like chill. He was like, hey man, like. So we're smoking cigarettes. He was so fucking cool.
He worked doubles every day. He would work the line,
and that's
lunch and dinner
man.
when I was there. But that was when he first opened.
That sounds like me 10 years after I.
Didn't you have to go walk his wife home or something?
I do all this stuff. It's
like he was his gopher.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Everything.
I always say that if I ever if I ever left St. Louis, I would go to New Orleans.
Oh,
that's my favorite food city.
That's my favorite city to visit now to this day. Like I know my way around.
New Orleans and Chicago.
As I get older, Charleston's kind of become tied with me for New Orleans for food and just
really
coolness and
same vibes.
You love it,
same
dude.
Southern.
Yeah, it's like a little bit less gritty. Foods might be better right now.
Emeril offered me a job back then. He was like, "You can come work at Emeril."
Oh, you could have. Yeah, you should.
And I should have.
We just went to his new place last time we were. What was the newest place called? Merrill's, yeah.
Good.
It was really good. All these places are good.
So let's talk about all right. So we've talked a bunch about food now, and I'm sure a lot of people that are watching they know that we both cook, or all of us cook. Which I mean, I actually saw you before you knew Mike, like just on the Food Network stuff and just blurbs on social media, like you were like somebody. Which was rad. I mean, you wanted to be on the Food Network. And
I have something really exciting coming up. I can't actually say what it is, but I'm so excited about it. I've been trying to get on this particular show for 2 years now, for 2 seasons. Mike's also been trying to get on it. They were talking about bringing us both on, but I think they, at the end, decided just to take one of us because they were afraid that it would be unfair, like that we would help each other, which is so... I would be sabotaging him if anything. I'd be afraid of him more than anybody.
Awesome.
But I'm really excited about that. So just be on the lookout for that.
No, I can't wait to hear about it.
It's really fun. I'm excited, really, just for this is going to be the first time I feel like on that kind of show that I'm going to be able to showcase the barbecue side, what I've learned, like what's actually become my passion.
All right. Well, you can't say too much about it right now, though, right? All right. Well, we'll stay tuned for that one. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to hear. All right, cool.
So I don't lose my spot on the show.
So let's talk about. So when I first met you, you had no tattoos.
Oh,
I don't know. I had some, but they weren't visible.
Right, they weren't visible.
His dad is like anti everything tattoo, so he would.
My grandfather was. My mom still. I have a portrait of my mom on my shoulder, and she still hates me getting tattoos. She's like, "Oh, son,
just get my dad right on your ass."
I got her face on my back, and I was like, "Mom, you have to like this. It's you." So my whole body is tattooed. I got Chef Life tattooed here, and my chef knife that I've had for 20 years. So. You started getting pretty heavily tattooed, and I love it. I think it's so cool, man.
Ours are the same.
That is so.
So we started doing. I know it's it's really
so corny,
douchey,
but I love it.
I know, but we started doing that.
We have matching tramp stamps too.
No, we do not.
No, you
no,
don't.
we do not.
Dolphins.
No, we do not.
Oh my
God,
God.
We probably have 23 matching tattoos. We used to get one for every country we'd go to.
So next time if I ever go out of the country with you,
we'll get them.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna get one of the
100%.
One of the tattoos.
We have tattoo artist friends in every country.
We have one with Melina.
Really?
We do have one with Melina. It's your fucking upside down pig. So we were.
Do you have an upside down pig?
No, mine's not upside down. Mine's right.
But you have a pig.
Yeah.
How many girls do you know that have pigs tattooed on them?
The hog.
That's fucking awesome.
But
do you know all the different cuts?
Nah.
I'm just kidding. You better.
Hot dog,
bacon,
pig ears,
bologna.
So we've had a long. We were there for World Foods Competition. That's where it was, right? World Foods Competition. We've competing. The first couple years we competed together in bacon category, and then I started branching out. And we started doing my own categories, so we help each other, but then be our own head chef for cook team.
Did you guys compete against each other?
Not really. No, I did. No, it's hard to explain without understanding how the whole thing works. It's like if one person gets eliminated before the other one, then they can help be a sous chef. It's really
that makes
convoluted.
sense. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, but
I have a little bit in there. Maybe
okay, just a little.
Something for the effort. It's thirsty.
Can we get a Sprite? Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. So anyway, so we it was a long weekend, and we were hanging out with Melina. Melina was doing sandwich or burger.
And
sandwich.
where were you?
My where was it?
Those used to be in
First one, it was in Florida.
yeah, it was somewhere near Orlando.
So anyway, we're getting this tattoo at the end of the night, which we thought was an amazing idea. We all decided to get the same one. Melina gets it. Mike's sitting there, and he's had a long day, and we're sitting there looking at him like, bro, should we tell him it's upside down? And Melina goes, no, no, it's upside down.
Because that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like upside down.
It's like on a spit rolling around. That's what you don't know.
But it's cool.
I think in his mind, when he
behind
picked
that.
the placement, I think he was so like maybe drunk
I have
that he
several
was like,
tattoos.
oh, that looks good, but didn't realize like he's like,
Bobby, I got a couple tattoos I've gotten twice. Because
Yeah.
I was fucked up and didn't remember.
Really?
he woke up and was like, oh
It was like,
shit, I
so,
got.
or like 5 years later,
He's
someone's
got
like,
like
why
two
do you have-
treasure chests.
Why do you have 2 treasure chests? I'm like, what are you
I
talking about?
see
Two-
one right there. I see the.
Yeah.
Is that baby shark?
No, no.
That's a real one. That's a man
This is
shark.
that's a man shark.
Oh, but I'll have stuff on the back of my arms where I haven't seen in years.
So you're a traditional tattoo kind of guy.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Sailor
I like.
Jerry kind of stuff.
Tell me about that Rolex,
Dude,
man. Who
my
bought you that
last
Rolex?
one,
Right.
my last one almost fucking killed me. That was what we were gonna tell you about. 'Cause this
This one?
tattoo, yeah, we went to Bora Bora, and I coming
That
home
is
from
so
New Zealand.
rad.
It was not infected. It would look clean. It was perfect. Everything else. There was a contaminant on the needle. It got in my bloodstream, and it literally I had sepsis. I had to go rush to the
me.
emergency room. So now the new rule, we're really thinking like maybe we shouldn't get tattoos in foreign countries.
Well, I got a all this was done in prison. This koi fish,
How do you do? Was it like
a single,
melted down
Actually, I have a
checkers, or how
koi
did
fish.
it-
a
tattoo.
single needle. The prison tattoo setup is like they take a pen, and they take all the contents out of it, and they take the barrel, and they cut it, and they put a guitar
whole
string.
thing?
My whole arm and my whole back are prison tattoos.
Holy cow.
And
That hurt.
they take a guitar string, and it's a single needle, and they make ink out of soot. Like they burn Vaseline. Fuck! I just broke my pen.
So you had that's
So,
soot.
Yeah, this is soot.
It's not actual ink. It's
Well,
soot.
yeah, that's kind yeah. but
Dude, that's pretty.
that's
It's pretty
crazy.
good.
Koi
It's
fish,
really good.
The geisha, she's a
that's
zombie.
cool.
Like
She is
that.
cool. That's awesome.
Like all this is done in prison. So, I mean, if there's anywhere to get infected, it might be in prison. You would think. Maybe.
I would think so.
My second tattoo was from a guy from Micronesia, single needle, and it's a koi fish. But it's right.
I
It
think
was one of those little-
mine looks better than
Yeah.
yours.
But you know
does.
what's crazy? So this is from maybe one of the world's most famous tattoo artists. I was working for a restaurant owner in Nantucket, and he flew him out to do his whole thing. And he was, I mean,
It's
he
one of those things?
Tap
The
him in.
tap needle?
Yeah, he tapped
got
him in.
one-
Ding, ding, ding,
we
ding.
got one in
But it
a
looks like a
hut.
bad prison tattoo.
It looks.
I
yeah.
know, but it was done by his name's Dan Tomei. He's like this famous from Micronesia. This
Famous for what? Fucking up
Well,
tattoos?
no, I don't know. Yeah,
Doing
I got
shit
some bad
work?
tattoos.
We got one in a hut on a beach in Fiji. I was pregnant too. I know this is terrible. I went
I mean, shit, whatever.
like
You got an
snort,
opportunity
like
to get
scuba
a.
diving when I was pregnant. I did everything I wasn't supposed to.
You were
but-
snorkeling,
But I got a tattoo.
getting
You're not supposed
tattooed.
to.
and-
Heroin.
She says snorkeling, not snorting. She was snorkeling.
Snorkeling. What are you talking
Snorkeling.
about?
Get your
crap.
mind
You
out of
said
the
crack
fucking
cocaine.
gut.
You said I did
man.
everything I shouldn't do when I was pregnant. I was
Snort.
kidding.
Yeah, she started with that. So you were doing all the, but I mean, your kid turned out pretty rad. So
He's pretty awesome.
that is so cool, man.
Thank God he's got my genes.
I love your tattoos. I think it's dope. And I was like, man, Mom, should I get a tattoo? I even ordered a tattoo off of Amazon that you could just like place there, and just to see what it would look like. And I sent it to my mom. She's like, that's not fucking real. That's not real.
Man, you can get them that look so real
They
now.
are.
They're
Yeah.
crazy.
I
They
ordered.
look so.
I ordered a whole sleeve, like a whole pack of them.
I tried to order one of those for the little guy.
I'll give you some. So yeah, like my next tattoo is gonna be on my hand, and we're probably gonna film it.
I love
Hand
hand
hurts,
tattoos.
man.
And I don't care about the pain. Did you see?
Do you have any on your ribs?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Like
the
this
worst.
whole side is
Yeah. Oh shit! Look, I got
That
a solid
hurt.
black on my ribs too. Yeah,
all
that
the way
hurts.
to my armpit.
He
That
has a
hurt.
giant. He has my face as a pirate with my
That's
name
so
on his
rad.
ribs. He
Really?
does, yes.
Yeah, I got a bunch of faces on me. I got my mom, my dad, my sister,
Are you
my,
embarrassed that I told him?
my son, and then I got myself tattooed on me.
You
Yes!
I got myself.
Steve-O has
You
himself
tattooed
tattooed.
Yeah.
yourself?
Because the dude that he was like, I
Oh
want
my
to do
God.
portraits, and I ran out of people. I'm like, well, fuck it, do me.
Oh my God.
Because
Wait, I'm gonna get that same tattoo.
everybody else has like kick-ass tattoos. I'm like, what better tattoo to have than myself?
You just
'Cause
look at it like this is beautiful.
I'm the coolest person I know. Why not fucking tattoo myself on me? So yeah, that was pretty dope. But like, yeah, so tattoos, man. I can't wait to get my hand done. Definitely looking forward to that. I didn't want to do this back part because I didn't want to take away from my son. Do you know Kevin Dixon? Has that ever name ever ring?
It sounds familiar.
He was a chef at 1111 for a while, but he was my roommate in college in Louisville, and we got matching tattoos. That's not gay at all. So we got matching tattoos here, and he has his wedding anniversary, and I have my son's birthday. So we kind of personalized it to our lives.
When
like
did you guys
you're-
break up?
We broke up in about 2002. Once I was the best man at his wedding, I think that was the end of our fucking
Awkward.
relationship. God damn it. Kevin, if you're watching, I miss you, bro. Come back home. I got a room for you. But yeah,
bet.
dude. Yeah, I have a king size bed. Dude, you want to know the crazy thing about culinary school for me, or college period? I was like a gangster ass white boy from the South Side, and nobody ever expected me like being like the skateboarder, the Wu-Tang Clan, fucking baggy clothes, rims on my car, beats and shit, to be like really good at cooking. So like nobody took me seriously when I first got to college, and I first got there, and like I didn't have any friends. Nobody would talk to me for like 2 months. Because like the white boys, the white people thought like, oh, he just thinks he's black, and the black guys were like, oh, he just thinks he's black, and I'm like, I don't know any other way to be, because that's just how I grew up. So I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm riding up on the parking lot swerving. I got beats. I'm banging Wu-Tang Clan, and like they're like, who is this fucking guy?
At least you weren't like coming up playing Vanilla Ice.
No,
with the,
like
with
I
the
was,
parachute
hey,
pants and the shoulder pads.
So
you know?
I had the
That
Wu-Tang
wouldn't have been
Clan
cool.
going, and I was so urban, but I got pulled up there. Nobody talked to me for 2 months, and after that, I was the man. I desegregated the lunchroom at my cafeteria, and I became friends with everybody, and it was so cool.
That's
so
cool.
yeah, culinary school is like dope for me, man. I had a great time, and I learned. And shout out to my mentor, John Castro. He's like a badass in Louisville. He's such a gangster, man. He's such a good dude.
I like the one thing that you said about misfits, because I feel like that, to me, that's what culinary school is a gathering of misfits.
Yes, and like
I've never felt more at
Degenerates.
home.
So I came up with this show like
Didn't
about
fit in anywhere else. Didn't fit in.
a year ago, and I'm like, the Drunken Chicken Diaries with me, and I'm thinking like, well, how interesting am I? But I have a stunt riding history, skateboards. I was a drug dealer for a few years. I grew up in the hood. I'm friends with strippers. And the chefs. Like,
Supermodel.
Just because you're
I'm incredibly
you're a
good
client.
looking. Like I'm incredibly good looking. So cheers to that.
I had some crotch rockets.
Did you?
I did.
So yeah, Street Fighters was like what like
The big
changed
deal.
my life for a while.
Is their thing like this silhouette with their legs up?
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
this-
that's Dennis.
Yeah.
I have Street Fighters tattooed on my leg.
Do you?
Yeah. So when I say I'm an advocate for the subcultures of misfits, like in the modern world, corporate America, and all these different aspects of what we think normal life is. But there's so many different subcultures. There's the chef industry. There's tattoo artists. There's stunt riders, skateboarders, and they all have their own culture. And those are the people that really like intrigue me. So like I want to talk about that. I want to talk about shit that a lot of people don't normally talk about. I want to talk about the strippers. I want to talk about skateboarding and how we fucking like skate everything that's illegal. And everything we do as stunt riders is illegal. We can get tickets for it and go to jail. So a lot of the shit that I do in my life,
All you gotta do is flip your license plate up.
I don't even have one.
You don't put a license
I've
plate on
never
there.
had a license plate on my bike ever, and I've been riding since 2002. I've never had a plate on my bike. So now, like in my midlife crisis, I bought a Mustang, a 2003 convertible V8 black. It's so fucking dope. I love my Mustang. It's a stick, and I'm doing donuts and shit. And I think that's my midlife crisis. But I don't think
How old are you?
I'm 41.
You're 41.
Damn,
Yeah.
you're old. I didn't know you were that old.
You're fucking
It's
old,
past his
dude. You're
bedtime.
like,
Cut.
yeah, Mike is like 48.
8 o'clock.
Nice walk, bro.
You went to Applebee's at 4:30 and got.
I know, dude.
Fed.
I went to the happy hour. Where'd you get that watch?
So I had my dad got me a Rolex when I was 18, so I'm almost 50.
Are
So
you?
I had the one he gave
Can
me.
I try it on?
Yeah.
Let me try
my dad gave me this one.
Here, you can try on my $120 G-Shock.
Yeah.
And I'll never knew what it's like to have on a fake Rolex, so I'm gonna put one on.
But what I did was I kept it for like 20 years, and then I heard that you can trade in your Rolex and upgrade. So I traded.
Did you?
Yeah, upgrade. I gave him like some money and.
Hey mom, I got a Rolex for the next 30 minutes. I'm gonna wear this for 30 minutes. So you traded it in?
I traded in the one my dad gave me, which is a little bit annoyed by, but I did that about 6 years ago maybe. Have I had that the whole time?
Do you wear this while you're cooking? Because it looks.
I don't
like
ever
you
take
do.
it off.
He never takes it off.
It never comes off. This is the first time
You
I've taken
sleep
it.
in this?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's,
I haven't taken
I don't
it off
know how he does it. That would be so uncomfortable.
I'm
I had
honored.
I had a really
I haven't
nice
taken it off in
Breitling.
7, 8 years.
I got rid of it. I just like I don't wear jewelry at all. Like nothing. I don't
You
have,
need a G-Shock. Those things you can run
Nope.
over those things in
Yeah,
a
but
truck.
I don't have any earrings, any necklaces, any bracelets, nothing. No jewelry. I just
I'm
can't
gonna
do
buy
it.
you a G-Shock for Christmas.
And we
I
go
won't
to.
wear it. I'm telling you, I just don't. I
I'll
can't.
make you when we go.
You-
to the
you'll-
I'm
country.
confined. I don't
As a
like
fan
it.
of St. Louis, Bobby, you'll appreciate this.
I love
So-
St. Louis.
Yeah, me too. Us too. We love St. Louis. But we go to the weirdest parts of the world: Sao Paulo, Brazil, Buenos Aires, Mexico City. We're in Mexico City every year, a couple times a year. And everyone always says, "Take your Rolex off. Someone's gonna cut your arm off." And I always say, "I'm from St. Louis. I
Yeah.
promise you, nobody is gonna
Try
fuck with
me.
Test me.
Come on.
That's what I say every time.
And you still got it.
And in the
Sorry.
and
It
when it's
wasn't me.
That was me.
That
Sorry,
wasn't
bro.
me.
Sorry.
well,
Oh,
at
my
least yours
bad.
is probably something interesting.
It's an enjoy. It's the same. It's like
I was
Oh.
gonna think about getting that.
try it. It's good.
It's
Sorry, bro. I'll blow it that way.
Is
The
it weed?
biggest fucking
No.
hypocrite in
Oh,
the world.
I don't want that shit.
The biggest hypocrite in the world. He smoked for 30 years.
As a chef, you have to smoke.
Yeah, that's
you
like
have to
your
take
break.
a smoke
Yeah, I
break.
smoked for 30. Yeah.
Yeah. I quit when I started dating April Simpson from Channel 2. And then
How'd that
shameless
turn out?
fucking plug. I'm single.
I think I'm friends with her on.
I'm sure you
Instagram
are.
or something.
I'm not.
I feel like
She's
you
blocked.
I feel like I know that person.
April Simpson.
Do I
she was
know
a
her?
staple.
Yeah, she's nice. Yeah, I
Did
think.
we do a thing?
No,
with
we haven't
her?
done anything with her, but
I think
I'm-
I did for when I think I did before I met you.
You
I
probably
don't. I
did.
don't want to get on her bad side though. We,
I did.
April,
No.
we don't like Bobby. We're just scared.
No, I mean
Publicity.
honestly, we've been through a lot of shit. I love April. Like, the roots go deep. I love her, but I don't talk to her that much. Anyway,
I'm coming to realize there might be a lot of ex Chef Bobby Tesslers out there. Because I saw you put your first girlfriend up on Facebook a couple weeks
dude,
ago.
we had the matching shirts on.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I wanted to roast
I want that to be
you
my
so
Christmas
bad
picture.
on
Roast me.
We
I
were
like
thinking
that's what I
about-
put it up
That
for.
is hilarious.
We were gonna make
I
that
was
our
like-
Christmas picture.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was totally fucking me. Like
Like that. Like whose idea was that? Was that your
she
idea?
bought the shirts. I bought the
But
Ada
you
bead
had
necklace.
the choice to not wear it.
I'm impressed that she
But-
still
but-
talks to you. You guys are still friends.
Yeah, but
That's pretty
back,
cool.
I have her name tattooed on me.
You do?
After we broke up 20 years before that, we were hanging out one day. I'm like, hey, I dare you to get my name tattooed on you. And so we got each other's name tattooed on us
Wow.
after 20 years. So yeah, she picked out the shirts and but back then in like 95, I mean, maybe that was
That
cool.
was fresh at the time.
Yeah, it was
It
Nautica,
was
bro.
it was fly.
Yeah.
No, excuse
I
me.
had hair.
I know.
I had hair.
I can't remember when I had hair.
I had hair, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
You
like-
actually had good hair in that picture too.
Thank you.
It's amazing how it can go so quick. Like you have good hair and all of a sudden poof.
Well, I have nothing. I'm totally bald, dude.
But you don't shave it?
I shave it every
Oh, okay.
2 days.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's stubbly.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so. Yeah. Anyway, so the '90s were pretty rad. Yeah. Shout out to my first ex-girlfriend with the shirts. I'm glad you guys. You know what's funny is like you guys probably notice shit and never like my shit or comment. Like, at least tell me you're watching sometimes. Like, hey, like it. It's like Mike Johnson liked my picture. So that was cool.
I'll like them.
So let me ask you a question, and both you guys, I want you both to answer this question. And that G-Shock looks really good on you, by the way.
Let's trade.
I mean, we're trading for the next half an
All right,
hour.
that's cool.
Yeah, but I might get you one for Christmas. So and you.
It's a beautiful watch.
If I buy you a G-Shock for Christmas, will you at least take a picture in it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so in the past 10 years of your life has been a fucking roller coaster. I mean, like shit you never imagined. I know that you cater a lot of people. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I felt really honored that I catered Keith Urban's all of his tour buses.
Wow.
And I was shocked
Nice.
to find out that Sugar Fire didn't do it before me.
We've done.
I usually
everybody,
get-
dude.
I usually get everybody.
You didn't do Keith Urban. 'Cause
No.
I mean,
I did.
right, okay.
I did Keith Urban. That was
Did you do Snoop Dogg?
no.
Okay.
Have you seen the video of Snoop Dogg?
Yes,
and I was Sugar Fire
I was
shirt.
really
smoking
jealous,
joint.
dude. That was so
Dude,
fucking.
that was
dude.
That's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
Right.
Anywhere. Well, there's been a couple maybe things, but Snoop Dogg putting on my shirt,
dude.
smoking a joint, saying the barbecue's good.
And I watched that
Yeah,
like
I watched it every day.
probably 30 times, dude.
I've seen it 100
And I'm
times.
like,
Pretty
and my best memory of that is like I know Mike. Like I don't know Snoop, but I'm like 1 degree of separation away from him. So
Dude,
like,
check this out. So he was. Who else were we catering with? Snoop Dogg and who else?
Wiz Khalifa.
And Wiz Khalifa.
What?
So no, check this out. No, listen.
They had a
listen,
pound
listen.
of weed on each bus.
did you
So
smoke
look-
with him?
Yeah.
No, well, no, listen.
Oh, I got a better story.
All right.
I actually have a funnier story than that. But okay. go
But you
ahead.
smoked with Snoop Dogg?
No, I didn't.
No.
Did you
Sort
smoke
of.
with Wiz?
No, but I have a funny story about
Okay.
smoking with.
All right.
So I am like 8-9 months pregnant, and we're catering like ourselves. This is like Snoop Dogg. We're making sure nobody's gonna. Fuck
You didn't
this up.
smoke
We're-
with Snoop Dogg
No,
while
I
you were
was
able-
like 8
okay.
months pregnant. So we go and we're
She went snorkeling.
We're supposed to you're trying to make
And
me
got
look like a bad
tattooed.
mom. We're supposed to put the food in their tour buses. So
Right,
open
that's
up,
what I
and
did.
it's just like Christmas when you open up. There is mounds. They made them in perfect little like
Of weed?
yes, like pyramids of weed on every single surface.
I would
Every-
have quit Sugar Fire and just
pounds and
stayed.
pounds
I'm
and
on
pounds.
tour now.
So I'm asking the lady, I'm like, there's weed. Where do you want me to put this? And she's like, do not move the weed. You got to put it down, whatever. And it was just like, it was like getting off the Scooby-Doo bus, dude. It was fucking crazy. I've never seen so much weed in my life. It was so strong smelling. It was
And
pretty cool.
so they travel state to state with just mounds of fucking Kush
They
weed.
put him. Somebody put him in perfect pyramids on every
Well,
surface.
when you're Wiz and Snoop, there's people that will do that
That
for
do
you.
that, you're waiting for you.
Like, hey, your job,
But how did they get it to stay like that?
put my
That's
shit
crazy.
in a pyramid and make it happen, and they will.
I
when
want
you-
387 blue M&Ms in a glass jar.
And they'll make it happen.
They'll make it
Yeah.
happen.
So tell
Oh,
me,
we had
what-
so many. So the funny thing about that show was I was really stoned there backstage, and I was backstage and I was putting on the stuff that we were there or whatever. And we've done other shows with Snoop Dogg. He did Lou Fest one year, and they owed me a bunch of money. So instead of paying me, I got to have all of our kids hang out with Snoop Dogg.
That's so
I know,
fucking
that
cool,
was funny.
dude.
But and we do party with it. There's a couple bands that we hang out with a lot. One of them that we're really good friends with, Cheap Trick, which is the
Oh,
coolest
dude.
thing I've ever for me.
They
But-
the
But hold on, I want to talk about the Snoop. So the Snoop Dogg. The funny story about that was, I was really stoned, and a mutual friend of ours, Tyron Winley.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, I see you're it's Snoop Dogg." He's like, "I'm here," and I was so fucking stoned.
Shout out to Tyron.
Yeah.
You're going to be on my show, by the
I'm
way.
so stoned. I'm like, "Hey, oh, I already left, man. It's too bad I already left because I would have gotten you backstage." And he sends me a picture of him and Snoop.
I'm already there.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm friends with you, dumbass."
I beat
and
you.
I felt so stupid.
Because he's the
I'm like,
fuck,
I'll get you backstage.
he's a UFC champ, and you think
No.
you had a plug.
Yeah, no. And
I'm-
dude, he was
I'm
in
the
the
barbecue
NW, He's in
master.
the NWA movie. Like, I know he's friends with Snoop Dogg. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I'm like, hey, I'll get you backstage.
Kind of like when
dumbass.
when I texted you for Ian Fro's Top 100. I'm like, bro, I got to get in there. You're like, oh, and you got me in. It was one of those moments, but he was already in.
He was already in.
Tyron Woodley's the man. Shout
The
out
best,
to Tyron,
yeah.
man. Like he's a goat, man.
Yeah.
And
he
he's
works
such
out
a
of
kind
the same
guy.
gym as us.
Well, his gym used to be right across the street from me, so we kind of like.
No, he does personal training though at the same spot that
he
we go
trained
to.
my
Yeah.
son for like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for like a few months, and I was like, that was pretty dope.
I think he's cool because you can be like a Super Bowl champion or like a World Series champion.
He's so humble.
But those are team sports. But he's actually the best at one. I don't know if he is anymore, but at one point, in a trillion people in the world, he was actually the best at what he did. Think about that. How crazy that is to be the lone single person who's the best at your chosen career. Because you can be like a quarterback of and you guys win whatever.
Right, but you
it's
are
really a
the
team sport.
one guy.
That's what's so impressive about him.
And
to
he's
me.
he's a
and
buddy
he's
of
so
ours.
cool too.
He's so
yeah.
cool. He's so down to
Yeah.
earth. He comes
Yeah.
here. His kid loves it.
Yeah.
Like man,
Awesome.
like I love Tyron. That's the homie, man.
Yep.
Shout out to Tyron. So when you met Snoop Dogg, were you like starstruck?
No, because we meet we've catered everybody, and I'm not being a dick saying. I mean,
Don't.
I
not
don't really get starstruck.
When
Sometimes-
every
sometimes.
every
Sometimes
politician
you
who's ever come to St. Louis, and not even talking about it anymore because everyone goes crazy about politics. So, like
I saw that
anybody.
a long time ago. Some dude that was running for president was like a total douche and.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody showed up. Some guy was running president, showed up at Sugar Fire,
Yeah.
unannounced, and then took a selfie there and said, "Hey, come
And then all the shit falls on you.
People, I didn't invite this fool.
Yeah.
You know,
I already know.
I can't start telling people not to come here based on their politics. Never done.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, we've done. I mean, Guns N' Roses, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen.
Did you meet these people?
The Stones, everybody.
Or did you just push it on the bus and leave?
Most of them.
You met Beyonce?
I didn't mean
No.
her.
All right, that would have been cool.
But a lot of them.
And when we say we catered for her, she has her travels with her own chef, so we catered for her team.
If it's somebody incredible, like I'll put in the thing, I'll cater them, but I want a picture. Or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
And they always do it. I've never met one. We've never met one dick, really.
Def Leppard wouldn't take a picture with you.
He went, well, he's
was taking
Joe
pictures
Elliott,
with me.
the lead singer of Def Leppard. We're back.
Of course it's her.
Yeah, he's like, hey, let's get a
It was
picture.
hilarious.
And she gets in, and I started walking over, and he's like, not you.
Yeah, because my boy Tony, like last year, he went to the Post Malone concert, and his wife is really hot. So she got backstage. She's like, well, I got my husband with me. And they're like,
No.
But they ended up letting him in. But Post Malone and my buddy Tony's wife were back there eating Emo's Pizza and smoking Marlboro Lights and drinking Bud Lights. And I'm like, you fucking dickhead, man. You hung out with Post Malone.
Can I tell you one of my stories that make you jealous?
Everything makes me jealous.
I'll show you. Well, I'll show you a picture later. But about 6 years ago, I'm in front of Sugar Fire now. I bet
Oh, you're gonna be jealous of this.
you're gonna be jealous.
I'm
of this one.
jealous already.
And I'm wearing a Colorado beanie.
Yeah.
It says Colorado on it. And this African American dude, I wasn't really paying attention to him.
You can say black, Mike.
Black guy. He walks up.
The black guy.
And he's wearing a Dave Chappelle shirt. He's got a picture of Dave Chappelle on his
Shut the
shirt.
fuck up.
No, this gets better.
Okay.
And he comes up to me and he's going to the Starbucks.
If you say Dave Chappelle came into your restaurant, I'm
it's
getting
way,
up.
dude, it's 100 times cooler than that.
All right.
So Chappelle, or this guy looks at my hat and he goes, Colorado. He goes, you must smoke weed. And I just so it happened, I just picked up an ounce. And it was in my pocket. I'm like, bam, you know I smoke weed. We hung out with him for like 3 days, went to all his shows.
Did you know who he was?
I figured it out. Once I looked at him, I was like, I looked at his shirt and I looked at him. I looked at his shirt and looked at him. I'm like, it's fucking Chappelle.
You hung out with Dave Chappelle.
3 shows
For
at
like
the
3 days
pageant.
straight.
3 days straight.
You didn't know who he was?
No, once he said Colorado, you must smoke weed, and I'm just like, bam, pulled out like an ounce of weed, and I'm like this, and then boom.
Dave Chappelle was wearing his own shirt.
I'll show you a picture right now. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle was wearing it. It's kind of like you and I wearing our logos.
Yeah. Oh, I do it. I don't care.
I never leave home without it. But Dave Chappelle was wearing his own shirt.
Yes.
His own
yes.
shirt.
I'm gonna show you a picture right now.
Fuck you, Mike. Let me just say that publicly. You hung out with Dave Chappelle. I would vote for him for president.
Yeah. Oh, he's the best ever. There's nobody cooler than him.
Dude, he's my...
Look at him wearing his own shirt right in front of Sugar Fire. That's me and him.
Dude,
Everybody. I
didn't see that. That is so rad. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't see it on your...
You should repost that. Like,
Do it,
Yeah.
please.
There's so many people I forget about. Like,
That is so cool,
We gotta do so
dude.
much cool stuff with people like that. Like,
Okay, well, my highlight of my career was cooking for Wendy Williams and Ozzie Smith and
Ozzy's cool.
Al Green. When he came into
Let's stay
dude,
together.
when Al Green came into BB's back in the day, I was fucking 19 years old. And I cooked
I love
for Al
Al.
Green. Oh
I never
my
met him,
god,
but
dude! Like that was.
badass.
I didn't meet him either, but I knew I cooked for him. I knew he ate my food.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
that was so cool, man. Like I was so starstruck. Who was the person that you were like? Both of you, like, who was the person that like? Was it Dave Chappelle or like who was it that was like?
No,
Oh
he
my!
was so cool. He talked to you like, just friends and stuff.
Even that, but was it cool to like? Who was like? Oh my god, I'm meeting this person for the
Mine's
first time.
probably a celebrity chef over like
Okay.
a rock star kind
I
of
gotta
thing.
think about that. Stones, Jagger.
You met Mick Jagger?
I got a picture of that one too.
Yo, for the
Stones.
record, I gotta hang out with them more often. That is
Jagger.
so fucking cool. dude.
Jaggers.
There's like
different.
hundreds of other ones that like you wouldn't
Hey,
like,
oh.
like 311, like
Dude.
all those little like
Okay.
people like that.
We
You
always
hung out with 311?
I hung out, yeah.
Like
Hey,
couple-
okay,
like 3
I'm gonna blow your
times.
mind. I did more drugs with Sublime than I've ever done in my whole
What?
life. Yes. I got picture proof of it too.
I played them in my
You
restaurant.
didn't want to see the
yeah.
picture. There's a naked guy in it.
That's cool.
This
I'm
guy,
with
there
you.
was a rapper called Mickey somebody. I didn't know who. He's hilarious. He's got a
Avalon?
song. Yes. He's naked the entire time. We're in their locker room for like 2 hours. Dude's walking around naked the whole time. Mickey Avalon. And we were smoking these things with Sublime called Dutch Tulips, which I never heard of, but look it up. And it's a big giant bag of weed on top of a joint. And it's got hash or something in there. And me and Adam from High Point, we partied with him for like 2 hours. It was Fifth dimension is what. The next day, I couldn't hardly remember anything, and Adam
He's
showed me.
not allowed to smoke weed
Adam
anymore.
sent me a text. He's like, where'd you end up? Because we got separated, and I texted him fifth dimension in all capitals, and we don't even know what it means.
But it meant something at the time. That is so fucking
He does edibles now, but he's not allowed to smoke anymore.
Yeah.
As long as he calls me to come hang out sometime, I
Yeah.
promise I'll just be chill. I'll be in the background like I'm just
dude.
one of his assistants.
I mean, so Cheap Trick. I mean, you heard Cheap Trick.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I
Rick
mean-
Nielsen has an album in his phone called Christina.
We're actually
pictures.
we're actually friends with him, and
he's just been.
I'm so humbled right now because cooking barbecue
I met him when I
gets
was
you to
pregnant.
this
oh,
shit.
barbecue does. It's only barbecue.
Cooking
trust me.
barbecue
Yeah.
gets you to
Being a
this
chef,
point in
yeah.
the world.
I'm gonna
Being
show
a
you.
chef is one thing, but
I gotta show you
clearly
one of my favorite texts ever from Rick.
having a beard and a pretty girlfriend is like, oh, now I get to fucking hang out with Sublime.
So Rick texts us
And
all.
Snoop Dogg.
Rick texts me.
Oh,
and
that's
he
me
texts us all the
and
time.
Rick.
But here, I'm gonna show you
That's
my.
like a crazy.
That's George Harrison's guitar.
Yeah.
George Harrison's most famous guitar. It's worth millions, right there. But I want to show you my favorite text ever I got from Rick
So
Nielsen.
when I text him,
We
it's
were
like, oh, what does Bobby want?
Okay, you
But-
ready? You ready for this? I get this text. This is May 21st, 2019. Hey Mike, these guys are in St. Louis tomorrow. I'm sleeping. Hey Mike, these guys are in St. Louis tomorrow. I told them about Sugar Fire. They're coming by. I didn't read it, and I said, "Hey Rick, awesome. Have them shoot me a text. I'm in town tomorrow. I may even have Dak's number. Looking forward to seeing you guys this year. I'll have Lauren text you if that's all right." Sure, that's this guy's manager. Next day, I wake up. Haha, Rick, I was asleep when I got that. I didn't realize that was the Who. It was fucking Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey, and they came into Sugar Fire, and I didn't even know it because I was asleep when he texted me.
Dude. So
Look at that.
That is
That's
so
that's the
fucking
fucking
crazy.
Who.
The Who.
The Who. Yes.
So did you ever imagine
No.
in a million years that you
No.
went from Cafe Mirror to
No.
this and then
No.
to
I would have been excited to meet Pauly Shore, like at Cafe Mirror.
to
love
smoking
Pauly.
brisket?
I know,
I
I
mean,
still
but I
think
mean,
I-
like you smoke brisket
I
you
love
and
Pauly
ribs
Shore.
and you just do all this badass
Cheap
shit.
Trick, when they played a stadium show at Busch Stadium, we rode out in the golf cart through the crowd with them.
through the bowels of
onto
Busch
this,
Stadium.
right onto the stage.
No, listen. So like, that's what I was trying to say. Rick,
Is it
when I
because-
met him, no,
No,
I don't,
it's not, no.
No, I don't think so. When I met him, like, I was pregnant. Like, who's attracted to like a, well, you know, like
Yeah,
a
some
big.
sick
There is
Well,
there is an audience
maybe
out
I
there.
don't know.
individuals.
There is an audience out there.
We're backstage.
They
he
may
comes
not be
over,
that sick.
I don't know.
He comes over and he's like playing guitar into my
I've searched it
stomach.
from time to time.
He was like playing guitar into my stomach, singing into my stomach while we're on stage in the back corner. It was crazy. Why did he like us so much? I don't know.
I mean, you guys are likable people, man.
No, Robin's really cool too.
Yeah, lead singer Robin. Yeah.
All right, well, I
Let me explain this to you. They actually have us hang out with them, and if we try to say, okay, we'll see you at the show,
We
they're
drive
like,
them
what
around
the
when they're in
fuck?
town. Like we'll ride around the
Well, they
guitar
want
shops.
they're back
Yeah.
there changing, and they have us in the room, and Robin's like, "Ah!" like
Yeah.
practicing. They're walking, pacing around the bathroom. They're changing their shoes, putting their pants on. They're just like getting ready.
We drive them around to guitar
and
shops.
we're hanging out back there, and
Yeah.
we're like, I'm like, Mike, maybe we should let them do their thing, and they're like, where the hell are you going?
you're part of
It
their
was
thing at that
crazy.
time.
Oh yeah.
When they come
Yeah.
to St. Louis, for sure.
We were supposed to go to Japan with them last year
Yeah.
because the saying "big in Japan" is because of Cheap Trick because they live at Budokan.
They
They
are
became big in Japan. Have you heard
Okay.
of "I'm big in Japan"?
I have
Well,
no.
it's a saying like if someone's not, it's a joke saying.
Yeah, if you're big in Japan. Yeah.
And by
Yeah.
the way,
Because
for-
Nelly goes there and he does all kinds of
Yeah.
crazy shit.
for these guys' age and stuff, they are fucking awesome. Like beyond, you know, like it's not like, oh man, they're really good. They're still really good, and you'd be surprised at how many good songs they have. Like you'll hear songs that you remember that you're like, oh shit, that was them. They have like maybe like 12 top 10 songs of all time. Like
Who, Cheap Trick?
Yeah.
They have 3 of the best songs of all time.
Yeah, 3 of,
Surrender,
but, like-
I Want You to Want Me. The song
Yeah.
from that 70s show, but
Yeah.
I think Surrender and I Want You to Want Me could be
So
top 20
so
all
let me
time.
get this straight. So your guys' like cool moments are like hanging out with these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I love
And my
Cheap Trick.
cool moment would be hanging out with these guys.
No.
No.
So that's what
Whenever,
I,
bro,
no,
just come up with us sometime. Who cares?
I'm coming.
I promise
you,
you're
you
welcome.
just said it. I'm gonna rewind this shit and like say
fine.
that you invited me and I'm
Just
gonna
send the
come.
clip.
I have a passport, so I'm going. But your cool moments are hanging out with these like world famous like
weird people too.
We get randoms that end up being our friends.
There's one guy that loves us that keeps calling us when he's in town. He's fucking weird.
Oh God.
The Saturday Night Live guy.
Oh my God.
Chris
Catan.
Chris
Catan. Okay, so listen to this.
From
yes,
Night the Roxbury.
Listen to what's happening.
Will Ferrell. What the fuck?
No. Listen, it gets weird.
It's weird.
It's really weird. So we're doing a thing at what was it, Fox 2 or channel?
I don't remember.
We were doing something downtown, whatever the news station is, and we're promoting for some kind of catering for the 4th of July. So Chris Catan does his interview, and then we do ours, and he comes over and like. What did he do?
He took a bite of something. It was horse.
No,
he was doing a lot of drugs.
But he
like pill. He's a pill popper.
Yeah, but he like crashed our set and was trying to like hit on me in front because he goes, "Oh yeah, we cater," and he goes, "Do you cater?" And the whoever was interviewing us goes, "That's her boyfriend right there," and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry." So he asked us, "Can you bring us some barbecue?"
He's like, "So you guys want to hang out?"
He was doing stand-up. Yeah. He's like, "Do you guys want to hang out?"
Now when he comes in town, he wants to hang out.
And he's like, "Yeah."
Well, I'm in town and I want to hang out. What's that?
We're at an hour 10.
All right.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a couple things to talk about, but so damn, you guys hang out with a lot of famous people, man. Fuck.
I forget about it.
At this point, they're famous people to me, so now I want to hang out with them.
We're not famous. No. We get to do.
No, you know what though?
Really
you know what I appreciate? Like I appreciate the fact that you guys are like really down to earth. And really about St. Louis.
Humble.
And like, I mean, like your restaurants, like Sugar Fire is one thing, but then you did the High Point, which was like so dope because that spot there used to be Noggles.
Oh yeah.
And then Del Taco.
So fun.
And then High Point, which was so
Killing
rad.
Yeah.
And then like Bob's Burgers did the whole thing.
Yeah,
and then, like, there was like a fucking mad like.
Yeah.
And I drove by there that day. And I'm like,
the biggest line ever.
I don't want a burger. Like at that point, I didn't want a burger.
We got some golf carts, and our kids were where we put like one of the kids had a bucket that said tips for weed, the other one said tips for college, or whatever. And our kids were driving people to and from their car because there was no parking. You had to park.
Oh, I know. I drove by there.
Did you know somebody camped out there in a tent and slept there?
Yeah.
To be the first person in the morning, it was insane.
That was so cool. So Bob's Burgers did like this whole promotion thing, and like they chose High Point for that.
They did 2 restaurants in the whole country.
And Fox was so cool about it because they were only going to pay
awesome.
for
a big check.
They were only going to pay for like
a big check of like what, 10 grand?
Well, no,
30 grand.
No, 10. But the funny thing is,
you could have got way.
I know.
More
as soon as they said how much do you want, and I was like to sell 1,000. They said we'll buy 1,000 burgers and do all this stuff. How much do you want? And I'm like, oh man, that'll be like $10,000.
$10,000.
She's like, she laughs in my face. And goes, okay, done.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, I should ask for 20.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the High Point. Fuck, dude. Like everything. Next thing, I might sell
my
this
chicken
restaurant.
place doing great. Chicken Out.
Chicken Out.
Yeah.
I went there, and I went there. I didn't tell you about it. I mean, I just went there. The brisket Philly at Sugar Fire is my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
The Chicken Out, the regular Chicken Out burger or the Chicken Out sandwich. I love it. I've been to your shit, man. But I mean, everything that you've done, bro, like since Sugar Fire has been like,
lucky.
Really dope, man. I mean, part of it's luck, part of it's talent, part of it's like your personality. Because I know that you control your social media.
I do, yeah.
Which I control mine too. Like I don't really like giving up control of my social media because like I know what I want to post and all that shit.
It has to be your voice, and when you
people can tell.
We've hired someone before, and it's like they'll put up
canned response.
I had a marketing company and I fired them because they posted.
A picture of a dog who likes.
They
puppies.
posted a picture of a raw chicken wing broke down into like the different sections of a raw chicken wing, and I was like, how the fuck does that make people want to eat chicken?
That makes me want to throw up.
No.
Who wants to eat? Who looks at raw chicken and be like, that makes me hungry? So like I'm in tune with my social media, my reviews. I know how you feel about reviews. I respond to my reviews.
We can talk about that one right there.
You had this one review that like some dude was like talking shit, and then like you fucking just ripped him a new one.
He's not allowed to answer.
I don't do that anymore.
I do. I answer all my reviews, good or bad.
You take that shit personal.
I do.
When you put your heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears into something,
as a chef,
just
like
sits there behind. They would never say it to your face.
Never
but
say that to my fucking face,
they
motherfucker.
get that like. Oh, I can say whatever I want and be brutal as I want because you're hiding behind.
Because you're a cell phone gangster.
You're
at that
hiding
point.
behind a computer screen in your grandma's basement.
You're hiding behind your phones.
Yeah.
Come here and say that to me.
Right.
And
they
like
don't know the hard work it takes. Oh, don't eat there. don't eat there, they suck. Yeah.
And that type of shit will like ruin us. Like, you know what I mean? It will change people's perception, but only a couple people. But yeah, I try to respond to reviews, and even if it's a badass review, I'll be like, oh, thank you, but you know, how can we like change it?
Because bad stuff happens.
Bad stuff
it's
is
real,
gonna
and if they're
happen.
respectable, and hey, I didn't like it because this happened.
If I'm serving 800 people in a day, one of the 10 of
5
those,
of them, 10 of them are gonna be.
they're gonna have a bad.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, this place sucks.
And you know what though? Like I'll tell you, like when we go out places, like I will never complain ever, even if something is total. Neither one.
I hate complaining as a chef. I hate it.
Yeah, we would sit there.
I just won't go back.
You know, yeah, exactly. Like something could be complete, utter dog shit, and we would just like they come over. How is everything? Oh, it's great.
But
like
you'll
just say that. Like,
but you'll still tip the server because it's
hell
not
yeah.
their fault.
No, I'm good.
oh yes.
It's not their fault. So like, I mean, yeah, like the restaurant business is crazy, and us growing up in the restaurant business, we take care of the restaurant industry, especially with COVID. Like I tip the Taco Bell worker.
Yeah.
Like I go through Taco. Speaking of Taco Bell, like when you guys are hungry, because I mean, look,
Just
listen.
$30
Did you
like,
see my? I will
as a
smash
chef-
$30. It's so good.
But you're a chef.
Yeah,
And
and
you
I
cook
don't
your
care.
ass off.
I still love
and
it.
he's a chef. I'm a chef. So when he's hungry, like, what do you like? Okay.
Oh, we cook together every night. Like, well, I'll tell you what. When we travel,
No, where do you go when you're
Oh.
hungry
Nice Taco
and you don't
Bell.
have time to cook? What's your
No,
fast food?
I don't eat Taco Bell that much. I will say this: I was afraid my son was going to come out a bean burrito with extra red sauce and sour cream, because I ate one every day when I was pregnant, and it was just the thing. And then I had to take a break for like a year because it was too much.
Okay.
But we'll
so-
eat Taco Bell. But we'll eat I
like In-N-Out. We just went there yesterday.
In-N-Out.
But I try and hold off my fast food for.
I had chicken
'Cause
wings for
I'm
breakfast
old.
this morning
Did you?
For real.
From
Yeah.
where?
at the airport.
We had the best.
was in the
We had the
airport
best
this
server I
morning.
ever had in my whole life. I gave him $100 on a $100 bill.
Oh my god!
Bro.
I didn't even write him a note, but I
As
told
a
him I was
restaurant
like, dude, you're the
owner,
greatest.
we were just sitting there like, if only we
Legend.
could bottle him up and bring him
The
back.
feet, the
and
humble
just
pie
put-
and the
How
Oh
often
my
does
God.
that happen? Where you meet somebody
He was
serving, you're like,
this-
I want to hire you.
Fantastic.
Have you ever given your card out? Be like,
He was
talk
this
to me.
wonderful,
Yeah.
flamboyant gay guy that was just so full of sunshine and rainbows, and he was
And-
amazing.
And
I
you
was
need
like,
him.
oh my god,
I need you.
Yeah.
Come work for me.
Like, please.
He said he'd come. He was
He was
joking,
like,
but
okay.
He probably wasn't.
No,
'Cause
he's.
You could give him an opportunity that
I
he can't
know, like,
refuse.
He just, you're like, how can I not leave him a giant tip? Like, he's just made my day. He's
Fair tab was
awesome.
100. I gave him 100, but
That's
I didn't.
fucking awesome.
People leave him a note or so. I told him I was like, dude, you're the greatest.
That's awesome.
You're
Man.
so good at your
incredible.
job.
I wish I don't know his name.
Michael,
And what airport?
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
Sky Harbor.
So you just
Humble
got back
pie.
in
We just
in
got
town
back from
today.
a barbecue
Yeah.
competition. Yeah, we got back at like noon today. Wait.
Okay.
No, we got back at 5.
Sorry,
So,
we took off at noon. Dude,
your guys-
See what I got to deal with?
Your guys' world revolves around barbecue.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do
and
you,
children, 5 kids.
when I'm talking about consumption of food.
Oh yeah.
Barbecue. What do you? I mean, do you ever get tired of it?
I mean,
I get more tired than anybody because I eat a lot of more
so
than anybody else.
we do a lot of quality control. Like, so we'll go in and try. So usually, if we're after. I'll tell you this: after a barbecue competition, where you have to taste, I'm like, I don't want to see a piece of meat for a fucking month. Just give me something green. Give me a.
I need a salad.
Give me a leaf or a vegetable of some
you're
sort.
right.
And you just like, ugh, you just can't, especially with like all the, MSG and stuff that goes into those rubs and everything. But
Yeah.
it's then I get tired of it. But no, if it's a perfectly cooked brisket or if it's something, it's an art, man. It's an art.
And you appreciate it.
And I appreciate it. But yeah, I
But
mean,
after
I've
that, you're
also
like,
had to
I
eat
need
a
some
lot of
fucking
bad-
vegetables.
After that, I've had to eat a lot of bad barbecue too, because that's another thing too. Is when we meet people, they do barbecue, they want us to taste their barbecue.
So are you just like
Always.
blessed with good metabolism? And me and
Yes.
him just like
Yeah.
fell off?
I feel so bad sometimes. Let me tell you this. So he never worked out like ever. His whole, and then
I
when we
work
started
out like
dating,
once a month.
well now he's in love with it. Like he's like so strict.
every day,
And, like
sometimes twice a
Do you
day.
play golf?
he does a Peloton in our house. He goes for a run every morning. He works out every single day. It's just like insane. Me,
Good job, buddy.
I do.
Looking
Dude, I'm almost
like,
50.
I do probably like 20%.
I'd weigh
of
400
what,
pounds if I did.
But like he'll be sitting there like running on the treadmill at night, and I'm like sitting there just smashing an Emo's pizza in my face,
Grease and
like, "Good
fat.
job, babe. I love you."
And your metabolism is like, I got you. And ours is like, fuck you
yeah.
at the same time.
You guys aren't fat. What are you talking about?
We're fat to us.
Everybody is their own worst critic.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, not everybody like has the same metabolism as you.
I do eat like shit, and I probably work out like a third of what he does.
Okay, so at home, like, what do you guys eat though?
We make
Depends on if we have the kids at home or not.
we're ambassadors for companies. A lot of like
Green
Royal Oak
Mountain
Charcoal,
Grill.
Green Mountain Grill,
Royal Oak. We're both ambassadors for Royal Oak.
Superior
I'm-
Lamb.
All this barbecue. Do you ever get tired? Do you ever say like, you know what? Fuck barbecue for a minute. Let me just eat some
Oh yeah.
sushi or a burger.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
we
all the
love-
time, yeah.
But we don't just eat barbecue all day.
I know.
No.
You
No.
better not. That's
No.
weird.
No.
I eat it every day because I'm in the restaurants.
Of
every
course.
morning.
Yeah. I mean,
And I'm hit a rib and I
yeah,
hit
I
a
taste my
brisket.
shit just to make sure that it's
I do the
Yeah.
social media for High Point and Chicken Out, so I do the special pictures every day.
yeah.
So I'm always poking on a little burger and a little chicken at High Point, or a Chicken Out
So you go there every day?
every day. Yeah,
Really?
I make the rounds every day.
That's
yeah.
so rad. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. So, like, somebody that's cooking for Snoop Dogg and The Who and all these people actually goes to his restaurants on a
Oh,
regular
dude,
basis.
yeah.
If
have to,
we're
yeah.
if we're in town, he's there
I've
every
never
day.
taken a day
It
off.
doesn't matter if it's Father's Day, if it's Christmas, if we're like he's there if we're in town every day. If we're not in town, obviously.
Do you ever go in his place or just go as
No.
Christina and they like have the same respect
Like
for you?
I used to go into the so I started out I was like director of franchise operations after Brixton was born.
Whatever that title
Helping
means.
well, I would just help
You're
help-
Christina,
Like
and they know
custodial.
that.
I would be like helping with franchising, like because that's when I met him, he had two spots,
Right.
2 barbecue spots. So,
But when you go in there, they definitely know who you are.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like,
No, but-
you're the man when you go in there.
Yeah, well,
The-
I used to
the
go
woman.
in with him all the time, but now, like, I started kind of, like, now that that's I started kind of trying to brand myself separately. Like, we're still Sugar Fire together. We do all the competitions together, but I just saw, like, an opportunity for me to brand myself as just a female pitmaster.
That you should.
And so, yeah, you know, because we were winning these competitions and it's equally, we're like both doing it together. Well, there can only be one head cook. And so it's like under Mike Johnson, which I love competing with him. And honestly, you get this because you're a chef.
Yeah.
You know those people when you work in the kitchen, you don't have to communicate verbally. You just
Right.
know this, like, that, you know, that's how we work together when we cook. And it's really fun. I love it. Like, even if we're just cooking for our kids. But, I mean, I can't just, I gotta have a trophy that says Christina.
Anyway, to make a long story short, we make a lot of videos for companies in our backyard. We have a grill farm in our backyard.
I heard about that.
And I mean, there's
It's
like,
a grill
It's
farm.
crazy.
I've like watched a YouTube video where you talked about your grills and
Yeah, there's drums and vintage Webers and like
Firewalls.
pellet grills,
you got all
firewalls.
these gangster ass grills.
Yeah,
like,
gangster,
Fuck
yeah.
a garden. He's like
Yeah, grill garden.
He could,
But we make videos all the time, so there's always food over there. So there's a lot of
Okay,
videos.
so
Dude,
when you're
I gotta tell you something. We just made like the craziest shit ever it's coming out soon in a couple days. So we had to make something crazy for Christmas. I made a gingerbread house out of bacon, sausage, and waffles.
what the fuck?
I can shit. Oh, dude, you gotta see this.
Best story
It's
ever.
fucking amazing. And
So
I did. And then
when
he
did we
did.
make it? Last week?
Yeah, before
We have a
went.
French bulldog. When you were getting ready to come here,
No.
she goes walking through the house today with the bacon shingled roof on it. It's probably been sitting.
I did a bacon.
We threw it away like last week. I don't know where it came from. She must have dug it up.
That's so
I
She must have
love
hid it or
it.
something.
And Mike did a wreath.
I'm like, what is that? And I took it out of her mouth. I was like, ah,
Oh, God.
like a week old shingled bacon roof.
But so like, and then I put powdered sugar over it. Like, let me.
Who
that's
else would do that?
Like, look at that.
Somebody with some serious issues.
That's a
Serious
lot of
problems.
bacon.
And then I did so like it's snowing. It's powdered sugar, you know. Well.
Shout out to Royal
Anyway.
Oak.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah,
been,
pretty
they've
cool.
been good
And-
to us.
that's
and
good.
then-
That's dope.
Missouri
man.
made.
Really?
So, yeah, the second biggest lump charcoal company in the world by
Shout
far.
out to Missouri. Shout
Yeah.
out to St. Louis. I love it, man. Like, that's so dope, man. I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have restaurants. I mean, you franchise restaurants all over the country by now. It's Cape
Yeah.
Girardeau.
That was.
That's what I did.
Happy holidays.
Yeah. So it's
bacon
like a
wreath with
It's
mayonnaise.
a bacon wreath.
A bunch of meat.
It's bacon.
then-
It's all
A bunch
bacon.
of fucking
I wrote
meat.
Happy Holidays and mayonnaise and like.
It's a
he
wreath
wrapped
made
it-
out of bacon.
And yeah, it was just like a baguette.
He's
inside.
definitely not a vegan.
No.
We know that.
He was a vegan
No way.
for 2 years, and it was
Tell me
before.
that.
And it was before he ever met me because it would not have worked out. I would never. Not that
Was
I
it
would-
before
just- I
Sugar
can't-
Fire?
It's going through a phase.
Was it
under
before
a face.
Sugar Fire?
Yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah.
He was a vegan for 2 years.
Yeah, he
I was a vegetarian for a couple years too.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because somebody dared me,
Dude,
so I couldn't do it.
you know why I did it? Because I got a bad chicken wing.
I can't. I love.
Really?
I got a bad chicken wing with a vein. It's probably one of yours. Now, looking back, I think it was one of your. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about us for a second. Let's talk about our competitions. We're gonna end that there. So we do this thing every year. Like there was this competition called the Wing Ding, and it's like a local competition fundraiser for United Cerebral Palsy, and we did the Wing Ding thing, and every year they invite like 12 to 15 different local restaurants.
It's like a contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I beat you every year.
Every time.
Every
Destroyed.
time.
Hey, you're the king.
I mean,
I'll give you credit. I'm trying to get second.
And there was like one year where Mike did like stuffed chicken thighs and tried to put it off as like a chicken drummy, but it's actually a thigh.
That wasn't me, dude. That was Casey ordering the wrong shit.
It was a thigh. It was a thigh, and I'm not gonna go. I still won, even though he tried his best. I still beat him. Because if I could pan the
drumstick. They're like, look at these giant chicken wings.
To my trophies, like I beat, and like honestly, from a chef to another, like it was really cool to beat Sugar Fire. Even though, like,
dude, but you're the chicken wing. You got to win this.
I have to.
You have to. You have no
but
choice.
there's so many other aspects to my career that chicken wings isn't even a part of my career. It is now. Everybody references me to like, oh, you're the chicken wing guy. You're a chicken wing guy. There's so much more to my career.
Well, let me tell you something. It's even cooler than you think. I'm not bragging, but we do competitions for a living, and we're the world champion in 6 food categories.
Yep.
2-time seafood world champion, world sandwich champion,
beans,
world baked bean champion. We're the
potato.
current.
I heard about the beans.
World
Sausage.
potato champion. There's contests for all this shit where people all over the world enter this shit, and they're lucky to come in top 100 once.
There's like
we're the
650 teams.
6-time world champions of this shit,
Yes,
and all shit across the board.
Right.
So even to win, I mean, even though chicken wings are your thing, we know what it takes to win these contests. Like there's tricks and there's nuances
stuff you would
and
never even like
think of, and you still win every time. That's a testament to how awesome your wings are.
Well,
So
do you
that's
think
awesome.
about like?
Because I tried hard one year. After that, I was like, I'm not gonna win this.
the lollipop
so-
ones.
I don't know. We stuffed them with we won one category one year. We got first place.
You beat me.
Yeah, it was in one category. We got
Okay.
first place, and we did
The
loaded
chicken thighs.
no, it was loaded
Loaded potato chicken thighs.
They weren't chicken thighs. They were wings. I swear.
They're
I'm trying to wrap my mind around that.
They were
What-
chicken thighs. I don't care what Mike says. No, were they? They were wings.
Yeah, of
All
course.
right, that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I mean, no, like to beat Sugar Fire in the chicken wing contest, it's cool. But I mean, he's a barbecue guy. I'm a chicken wing guy. The spotlight is on me because
Yeah.
I'm the only like locally owned chicken wing restaurant in St. Louis. So if I don't win,
Yeah.
if I have to win,
Yeah.
I know.
I have to.
If you lose, you're an asshole.
Right, as a chef, like as a fine dining chef, like fuck, if I can't like master a chicken wing, then it's all bad.
No, I know.
So like, man, yeah, I beat you in all the chicken
Yeah.
wing contests. And I remember like you and I were gonna go head to head like a year ago for
Dude,
something that wasn't chicken wings.
I just got an idea. Do you want?
Yeah, let's do it.
This year, okay, so we do Memphis in May every year, the World Barbecue Championship.
Yeah.
There's a chicken wing category.
You should come do chicken wings.
Come
for
do
our
chicken wings
category.
with us on our team. Okay? Because if
On
you
your
win,
team.
you're the world champion of chicken wings. It's the world championship of chicken wings. It's at Memphis every May.
I mean, but look, yeah,
and we're one of 110 teams this year. We're already in.
It's normally
It's over.
like 600
and
teams.
so we can go for the world championship of chicken wings.
I
and
stuff and wrap.
you can do anything you want. It's on the board. What wins every year is straight fried wings, but you can do whatever you want.
But I'm
Okay.
fucking crazy when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, I know. So but if you want,
Do it.
Officially inviting you. It's in May, obviously.
Yeah.
We'll give you the credit
You want
for
to be
it.
the
Let's-
world champion of chicken wings? You
I
can
mean,
be
look,
you can be the wingding champion in Queenie
it's a
Park
big
in
fucking deal.
in
Like,
Baldwin,
the
Missouri.
Or
You can be the
people that
world
come there-
fucking champion. And that way, no matter where you are in the world for the next year, you can go in. You can be in Cleveland, Ohio, and you walk in a fried chicken joint, and you taste their wing, and you just be like, throw it down. They're like, what's the problem?
Let me tell you
I'm the
how
world
serious
champion.
this
I'm
is,
telling you
though.
how to
Like,
cook
people
chicken.
spend like at least 20 grand to go
30 or more, yeah.
Well, I'm
you can
being-
be the world champion.
to go
And you have a good.
compete
I
and
promise
have
you,
all,
you
everything
have
set
a
up on it.
better chance than
Memphis
anybody to
in May
win.
is like the World Series of barbecue.
we
You get full credit.
We can be we can get credit.
Well,
for
I
that.
know. I'll play it off.
No,
like I
the
whole
helped.
team, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna do
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah,
then
you're
you'll
gonna
get
do it.
credit for
Oh
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna do it.
You're
You're gonna do all the
a
work.
I'll
special
mastermind
guest.
and then
Dude.
we'll do.
We'll
all
help
the-
you out with the
Well,
box.
we have
'Cause
16 other categories we'll be stressing over.
I know what
Please
we know
do
what the
take
box is
chicken
supposed to look
wings.
like. You cook them to the
We'll
best of
tell
your
you.
ability.
Yeah, we know what
and
the
they'll
rules
win.
are.
I think they'll win.
I'm
There
with
you
it. I'm with it. for
I'm
sure, man.
serious.
I'm dead.
Do you want to be the world
Pretty
champion?
smart.
You can get
I
a
think it's
fucking
a good
crown.
idea.
We'll get crowns.
I am.
We'll
the
get a
world
crown
champion.
made out of chicken wings. We'll save the bones from the extra chicken wings and make necklaces.
That's fucking
That's
gangster.
too much. Let's
No,
just
it's not.
go
No,
for
let's do it.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
I'm serious.
It's kind of
We'll
gross.
just wear it for one day.
No, this is a great idea.
It
No,
is.
I
Yeah.
think him coming.
Like
and
we were
doing that
bringing
is
up, so there's a
awesome.
lamb category.
Because honestly, those are not our that's not our strong point. So I would say we put the least amount of effort into chicken wings, because all like the ancillaries we're all really good at. Whole hog is like our money
There's a-
shot.
there's a
If
lamb
you
category.
put a whole hog in front of me, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do with that.
Oh, dude, we're
Science
like
is
mad
crazy,
meat
yeah.
scientists when it comes to that. You would not even.
And
tell
but
me
I've
explain
had
what-
I've had to be the mad scientist between the mad scientist behind chicken wings.
Yeah.
I've had to be because the spotlight is on me.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't win, like how is so and so gonna beat you like right now? So I've had to do it, which has been really cool for me because it allows me to express my culinary side. My
I'll be
culinary
offended if you
background.
don't go at this point.
So we're going in May.
In Memphis in May, it's 3 hours away. Roll down there, boom. World
It's
fucking
4
champion.
hours away.
I drive fast.
Okay.
World fucking
I'm
champion.
riding with Mike.
Yeah.
Well, that's
World champion.
That's where
Can you
it
imagine
is.
that? Dude, you can have a fucking, you can get a, we can wear pimp suits.
Do you know how much pressure that is right now?
Wear pimp suits.
I can stuff and brine and
You can do
rap
anything you
and-
wanna do.
Anything
I
you
don't
want.
wanna know.
There's a few like restrictions on like you have to have like 6 to 8 pieces. It's better to put more pieces. They have to be lined up little.
We'll go over
soldiers.
everything.
We'll go over all that with. It's basically a
Usually a-
styrofoam to go box. is what
Usually
you
1,000
is what you
teams. Because of
serve
COVID
it.
this year, they've only taken 110 teams, and we're already in. I'm already in.
But
So
it's-
our
it's
chances
us.
are better than
Yeah.
ever.
Because honestly, when you and I were gonna go head to head, this was like a year ago, and Pascal was like, oh, "Okay, Bobby and Mike are calling each other out," and so
My video was good when I roasted you.
mine was
Yours
too,
good
bro.
Yeah, you came
were
back
on the
strong.
you were on the beach, and I was like,
I roasted you pretty good.
I was in here, but you're like, oh yeah, Bobby's in his grandma's basement, looking up Pinterest. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm in the fucking.
oh, I remember that.
roasted.
I filmed that.
I'm like, I'm in the kitchen,
I
motherfucker.
filmed
Like,
that.
you ain't in the kitchen. You're always rubbing your toes in the
Oh my
beach somewhere.
God.
So
I
like,
totally forgot
I'm
about
like,
that.
I
let's
said
get
Bobby
it.
trained. He learned to make chicken wings while working at Hooters, but
Right.
they fired him because he looked too ugly in
He ain't
pantyhose.
good looking in pantyhose. And I'm like, oh, while you're kicking your toes in the beach,
That's right. That's
I'm
what you just
fucking in
said.
my kitchen, like
We were on the
grinding
beach
every
when you
day.
said that.
Of course you are on your beach, because that's where we filmed it. Like, I'm in my kitchen. Like, what you want to do? Well, I still got the Rolex on. By the way, so I mean, so we were gonna go head to head, and we'll finish this. We were gonna go head to head, and okay, she's gonna take a little break. So
Check on the little.
at the same time, Mike, like you and I come from similar backgrounds, fine dining, Southern Louisiana. What makes you think you could beat me cooking? Like
In a contest?
in a contest, no barbecue, no chicken wings.
Here's why, and I'm going to tell you why. I've done it. That's all I do is contests now because I do contests for social media.
Okay.
I've been on Bobby Flay several times. I won Bobby Flay
I
several
would
times.
fucking kill Bobby.
Yeah,
Flay.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I would kill Bobby. Flay.
I know. It's not even about how good your food is or how it looks. There's nuances in it that I'll tell you after we compete. There's different ways to present it and talk about it that they want to hear. They want to hear buzzwords. They want to hear crunchy, salty, creamy. There's different nuances to it that I think I would win.
I got
I don't
all
know.
that.
I respect. I mean, you can beat me.
I mean, against you
every
and
dog
I,
has his day.
because
you know?
every dog. All right, he's a dog. But I mean, I think.
Well,
that
I don't know. I'm gonna get that one. Your ex Mrs. I'm gonna talk to April
You could,
and see who the dog is.
yeah, go for it. I blow minds in here. I blow minds. But like, I mean, I think that we were gonna do like crab. I think it was like
Yeah.
crab was our basis.
Oh yeah.
And like, honestly,
Do you know what I was gonna do?
What were you gonna do? Because I'll tell you what I was gonna do.
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna do crab cake, but I was gonna I would have a pesto and like
You know why I was gonna win?
what?
Because I was gonna do a crab cake stuffed chicken wing. And it was gonna fucking blow everyone's mind.
shit.
I was gonna do a chicken
But
wing.
you know what
with
I
your
did?
I was gonna come here and get your sauce, and I was gonna do a fucking crab cake chicken wing and beat you with your own shit.
Fuck me. That was fucking gangster.
Yeah,
dude.
I
Give me
know.
some for that. Like,
Dude, I thought through the
and
whole
if
thing.
you won with
I had
my shit,
I was gonna roast you. I had a whole routine to roast you too.
God, really?
I was gonna beat you with your own shit. See, that's the mind of a fucking Minolta right there in these contests.
But you know what would have been fucked up if you went to that extreme and did all that shit and still lost. That would
I was
have been,
gonna. I would have. I'll give hand jobs to the judges. I'll do anything. to win. I'm
But
like,
we didn't know the
ruthless.
judges.
Who was the judges?
We didn't know. It was a little.
Well, I would've done something
It was a little
weird to 'em.
unorganized because
Yeah.
we might talked about it, but I mean, honestly though,
They would've gotten
like,
something.
Mike is a really talented chef. Take barbecue off the table. We could take barbecue off the table. We could take chicken wings off the table, and we could talk about fresh seafood, things that you
Yeah.
and I don't do on a regular basis that we wish we could.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you and I wish we could do outside of barbecue, outside of chicken wings,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you and I we really
We have the background.
we have the background. We have the love for that kind of food.
Yeah.
I mean, you compete. You have the restaurants. You have these 3 different concepts, maybe 4 or 5, but it's all concentrated on one idea, and mine's concentrated on chicken wings. I mean, even though I'm locally famous for that. But I mean, my love. Do you ever think about, like, you know what? Like, man, I just want to go back to the line. I want to go back to the kitchen and get some fresh seafood.
I'm a lot older than you. I don't want to go back in the line. I do it all the time. I'm
Right,
all
but
the time.
do you
Like, I
ever
go open
wanna-
restaurants out of state and I have to work the line for weeks.
Right, but
You
it's
know?
all barbecue based and sides based. You got the
Yeah.
couscous, you got the quinoa,
Yeah.
you got the different sides. But do you ever feel like, you know what? I want to fillet a whole fish. I want to make something.
I
fucking
do that
gangsta.
stuff out of the country.
No,
I mean, I do like, dude, we do like.
I'm local as fuck.
No, but we do like, like all whole animals, whole cows on rotisseries, whole buffaloes on rotisseries.
Right, but do you ever miss? Do you ever miss like cooking? Like, you don't ever miss that?
I don't miss it. And when I want nice food, like we'll get nice food. Like we got ordered truffles from Italy like a couple weeks ago. I have a problem with butter. I don't know if I have issues.
Come on, she's back.
I have issues about butter.
We're about to leave. What is that?
His wallet.
That's my
It's
wallet.
laying on the floor.
He's got my watch and my wallet on him.
That's what I do.
Respect.
That's what I do. Respect. You like that? I got your watch and your wallet. I'm smooth with that shit.
And I didn't even notice.
Yeah. So, do you ever? So you don't ever miss like fine dining? Not the
I don't-
foams and
No,
the
we
tweezers.
enjoy eating it. I mean, like, we
I
love
enjoy
to
eating
go-
it now,
We,
yeah.
I would say this, like, when we don't do, like,
You're really good with the hair.
But
It's
we
just
do
a
events.
little thing.
We do events like Charleston Food and Wine and these other events where we do the chefy stuff all the time. Like 3-4 times a year, we're at some wild event, Firebox down in Sea Island, Georgia. Like we go to these crazy events and we'll do chefy, like crazy chefy stuff.
No, but I was
So-
going to say, aside from that, just even cooking it, like, as far as enjoying it, though, like, I would say, one of the things that we splurge on, money, likewise, which we don't do with a bunch of other
in
things.
St. Louis.
Oh, well, I was going to say, when we go, I didn't hear that part. Sorry. I
No,
just
I'm
came in late.
asking you.
Oh, in St. Louis, where do we go?
Yeah.
Where do we eat at?
Where would you eat in St. Louis? That would like be impressive.
I think Pastaria is really impressive.
I would say,
Player 1.
oh, yeah.
I like that.
We eat at
Thanks.
Pastaria a lot. I think it's
I'm
awesome.
the oldest and only girl out of 6 boys, so I'm player 1.
Player 1.
Yeah.
That's fine. Player.
Where else do we eat at? I mean,
Pastaria, gotta give it.
Katie's.
for
Oh, I love
sure.
Katie's. My favorite.
Yeah.
I
Katie,
love-
shout out to
But
Katie and
honestly,
Ted.
though, we don't-
Katie and Ted, I love them.
We don't eat out a lot when we're in St. Louis.
If we eat out, I get Katie's Pizza or we get Pastaria, and that's pretty much all we eat at.
So when you're-
801 Chop
We go
House.
to
stuff like
801
that,
a
yeah.
lot. We go to
Because you're bougie as fuck. So
No,
like,
no, I'm just friends with everyone that works there. Everyone that works at 801
Do you know what
has worked
they
in our
call
restaurants
in
over the years.
Australia? You know the
No.
word for bougie in Australia?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
What?
Because Weber Cattle guys have a different nickname for me.
the weather
What
cat.
is
No,
it?
I'm not going to say it on here.
Well, no, tell me now.
Say it.
No, I can't.
I
No,
will-
You have to.
I'm gonna text them right now and ask them what it is.
What do the Weber cattle guys call you?
You're the one that brought it up. We
Come
were
on,
on
Mike,
a different.
can't do
no,
it.
you brought it up.
Say it.
I thought, well, what were you going to say?
No. What was it?
Mike,
Come on,
what
dude.
is it, bro?
Please don't hold the show up.
I can't. I'll tell you after, I swear. It's
No,
bad.
man.
It's bad, and if anybody's watching, I can't have it on here. I
All
swear.
right, fuck it.
Okay. Well, anyway, the other
There's a
people call
crew
it,
called
they
the
call
Weber
it-
Kettle Boys that are famous in Australia for barbecue.
Okay.
What do they call
They're
you,
sponsored by Weber.
snuffleupagus?
No, it's worse than that.
So you like Katie's? Have you had their blank ink, the squid ink pasta?
That's my daughter's favorite dish. She's
No,
been eating it since she
I
was
like their
like 5.
pesto.
I like
get
the
their
squid ink
pesto.
pasta.
Yeah.
The squid ink, the scallops are perfectly
pasta's
done.
good.
Like, yo, shout out to Katie's. Shout out to Katie and Ted. But let's say Katie's is closed, 801 is closed. Where do you go for fast food?
I don't get
Because
fast food.
we all, yeah, you do. Don't lie to
I
me.
don't.
No, he
I'm too
doesn't.
fat.
You don't understand. Like when I said he is so strict with himself, like You know what?
If I'm super high,
he eats?
White Castle.
When you're okay.
He
If I
eats
once every
toasted
2
bread
years.
with a very high quality butter and salami with sea salt on it. That's
High
what
quality
he eats
butter.
all damn
Dude,
day. He gets
you
his,
eat ghee
he
on
gets,
butter.
No, he
No,
gets
no.
his butter shipped in from
France. I just bought 3 pounds
He's
of butter
a butter queen.
for $150 from a small farm in France.
He's a butter queen.
My
I have
deep-
8 different butters in my fridge at all times. I have them ranked.
Like
Okay.
there's no room for milk.
I have
It's just
pro-
all butter.
I have a problem with butter.
I can
It's an
officially
issue.
say that I have
It's
a
the gayest thing I
diva.
do. Yeah,
I
I'm
have
the
a
diva
diva
queen. I'm the
for a
butter
friend.
queen. Yeah.
He's a butter diva.
I literally have 8 different kinds and they're
Because-
organized, and I have different applications for all of them.
So
He does.
I would order
I'll
a
show
fucking.
you the receipt for my butter bill if I just got from France.
I'll order a pizza from Domino's because I'm a gangster. And you. When was the last time you ordered a pizza?
Oh, he's
I have a
a
pizza problem. Yeah, pizza's my favorite food.
Emos
Okay.
just disappears.
Well, if
With
I'm high, there's no stopping me. I can eat 5 large pizzas.
Okay, so you eat Emo's pizza.
But not by my choice. I
I'll
would
order
never
it.
order.
It's
No,
my
I would
fault.
never
I'll
order.
order
She
it.
orders a fucking
Christina
pizza.
orders the pizza?
Order a large fucking pizza, has one
and you'll
piece.
fucking smash
And
it.
I'm like, what's that? And I come over and wham, the thing's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah, and then I'm walking around like fucking.
No, since you're
Oh,
asking me
I'm
this
such a
question,
big fat fuck.
Yeah.
this is kind of leading. This is my biggest pet peeve with him, and it's with food. And I'm just gonna lay it out there.
Do it.
Every single time we go to eat, or I want to get food or whatever, his answer is, "I'm not hungry. I don't want any."
He's hungry.
So I'm like, okay, is this where you're saying you're not hungry because you don't want to say
He's
it, but
trying
you're
to
gonna
be healthy.
So I'm like, okay, you're telling me you're not going to eat anything, so I'll order my food and he'll eat 2/3 of it, and I get so pissed. Like
That's
I
me.
know how much I want to eat, so I want to do. So that is my.
But you should already know to order extra for him.
I do, but now it's kind of now I know that. But it's kind of like a
Did
joke.
you see that
now.
menu that came out last year with the side was
But like,
my
no, I don't
girlfriend's?
want anything. I don't
My
want
girlfriend's
anything.
not hungry. It was
Yeah.
like a $2 surcharge.
That's him.
I'm the girlfriend.
He's the girlfriend.
I thought it was you.
no, he's the girlfriend.
Oh my god.
We have some reverse roles.
So White Castle, Taco Bell.
I love Whitey's.
I love Taco Bell, but
I
I
love-
wouldn't. That wouldn't be my like.
Okay, so now that everything's closed and we're COVID,
Mm-hmm.
if you're hungry, where would you go? Besides your kitchen. Because you have all the fucking fancy butters and shit. Let's
No,
say
it's
you,
so hard. It's like the hardest.
Why?
Do you feel like? Do you have trouble when you go to a really cool restaurant ordering? Does it take you a long? I feel like that's a chef thing. Like you sit there and it's like really difficult to figure out
people
what you
expect
want.
me to critique, but I will take it. I'll critique in my head. But I won't like tell the server like, well, you know, it was. I'll just take it as it is. But when it comes to like fast food, I know what I'm
You
expecting.
just know what.
Oh,
okay,
no,
well,
I
why
can't.
don't you answer
No,
the
dude,
question?
you guys.
What are you growing
Lion's
up?
choice. What am I thinking? I get Lion's choice all the time.
Yeah, he gets it by
But I
the
get it healthy.
pound.
I just get the shaved roast beef. I get
Oh, no,
I
no,
get
no.
a pound of shaved
no,
roast beef.
No, you know what he
That's
does?
it. No bun, no
You know
nothing.
what he does? He'll get the burger.
Okay, I do
He
this.
removes the bun. He eats it. The burger.
And then I look at the
And then he
fucking
goes
soggy
back
bun.
and picks the
hungry.
bun.
And
And
I
he
eat the
eats
bun.
the whole bun. I'm like, why
And
don't
then,
you just eat the
like,
shit together?
I started out of the burger and I'm gonna finish.
I have
the
a new
bun
system
'cause
though.
I'm
I
still
take
hungry.
the bottom bun off. I throw it out the window of the car.
Yeah, I do
That way I
too.
can't eat it. I have no self control.
Carbs are fantastic. I don't know.
Carbs are fucking awesome, man. That's why carbs are carbs. But yeah, I ate a Frisco melt today
Oh, I love Frisco Melt.
From Steak and Shake?
from Steak and Shake.
I
thought
love
they were all
Frisco
closed.
Melt with extra
No, bro.
tomato.
Which one's open?
I love
Maplewood?
it.
Lindbergh and
Oh.
Kirkwood. I mean, like,
You just gave me a craving. I'm gonna have to
dude,
go
a
get that.
Frisco melt.
Can we go get that
Bro.
after we leave?
Get one from High Point. We do Frisco Melt.
It's not the same.
No, not High Point, bro.
It's
We're
not
not
the
we're not
same.
plugging the
It's not
restaurants
the
here.
same. It's not the
It's
same.
not.
Okay.
There's
It's that
one
greasy,
and only. It's
buttery.
I love Steak and Shake
fucking-
fries.
so greasy.
I
Steak and Shake
hate
makes the
their
best fries.
fries.
I love their fries.
I hate their
The
fries.
shoe-
If you want to eat a bad fry,
fries.
go to In-N-Out. To me, is the
The
best.
worst fries
Or the
ever.
St.
best-
Louis Wing Company.
You guys
Are
have
they
shit
bad?
fries?
We have gangster ass fries.
Oh,
What are
I've
they?
never tried them.
Are they seasoned fries?
Natural cut potatoes, 3/8 cut,
Where's your favorite French
Natural
fry
cup tea,
of
that
all
sounds like
time?
something
Where's the
you
best
got
French
from
fry from
Monsanto.
anywhere?
Rallies.
Those are good.
You cannot
Those
tell
are
me that
good.
Rallies French fries are not good.
I've never
What's
been
your
to
favorite
Rallies.
French fry?
Steak and Shake.
What
By
the
far
fuck?
and away, I love steak and shake fries. But you're not doing it wrong.
Mike,
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You got to put extra salt on there.
Bro, let me stop this right
no,
here.
Chicken Out. I'm not plugging my place. We have the best
We're
fries
not
in town.
plugging chicken out or
Best
St.
fry,
Louis Wing
crinkled
Company.
cuts with chicken salt.
Okay.
Best fry in town.
Dude, there's a thing
Nobody.
called. Do you know about chicken salt though?
Oh, I gotta
salt?
get you some.
It's
You love
from
chicken
Australia.
too. Done. I'm
It's
get-
a seasoning like we have other seasoning. It tastes like it's like a chicken salt.
It's like
It's
ramen.
amazing.
Can we talk about the
French
size of the chicken of the steak and shake?
Yeah,
fries?
they're the best.
They suck.
I don't like. Yeah,
You
it's
can
hard
get
to
that
eat.
in a can.
Cut them off.
No, I'm not. I'm dead ass serious. You can get steak and shake fries in a fucking can, and they suck. And Mike Johnson likes them.
I love steak and shake fries. I fucking
Mr.
love the
Chef
fries.
There's other things
Extraordinaire.
that he likes that I
work
think are
for
very
Danielle,
odd.
the Emerald, and all these, and Charlie Trotter. He likes fucking chicken crackers,
He likes.
I mean,
other
not-
things
no.
that are
Who you calling a
very
cracker?
odd.
potato crackers.
Oh,
I'm a cracker.
I know. Crack ass. Crack
Cracker,
ass.
cracker.
We're 3 crackers at a table, and he likes steak and shake
Spread some
fries.
cheese on this cracker.
Who likes steak and shake fries? Honestly,
Culinary
Besides
genius
you.
Guy.
with good palates.
why? Why?
I love them. I don't know.
I think a
Why
lot
you
of
guys
food
talk- you guys-
sometimes is nostalgic.
Are you guys
Because let's
fucking
be
with me?
honest, like I
Dude,
Are you guys
You-
fucking with me? You're fucking with me.
No,
I didn't
who
say
likes steak
anything.
and shake fries?
Everybody.
I have to go home.
You
No,
like,
I'm
yeah.
not saying-
Nobody likes steak and shake.
They
My
need more
producer, Stu, you like steak and shake fries? Okay, he's high. Mike,
Yeah.
honestly,
You got to put extra salt on there. That's all you got to
honestly,
do.
you got to put St. Louis Wing Company fry salt on there.
You have your own salt?
Yeah, I do. Of course I do.
You sell it? Do you sell your own salt?
Yeah,
No way.
I do.
Or I want to try this.
Okay.
Bring it out here.
It's in the back. Anyway, steak and shake fries are ass, but honestly, we have way better fries than steak and shake.
I'm starting to worry you might have COVID or something, like you got a fever.
He already
I
had
had COVID
We already had
in June.
And since
Oh.
you did already have it, can I take a tug off that?
Of course.
Okay, sorry.
So
You
have
can
you?
get it twice.
What? No, you can't.
You
and I
can.
have never had it.
I
can't get it
built up
twice.
antibodies. Listen, so I had COVID in June.
It's a what? It's a herpes? I would be careful.
Whoa, whoa.
Not get herpes.
I've heard
twice.
rumors.
Let's go there.
I've heard
He's never heard rumors.
Listen, you cannot get herpes twice. I do not have herpes.
Wait,
by the way. That's his joke.
you
He
actually
always says
can't.
I say that to everybody. I'm just kidding. I don't
You
know.
actually
He always says
can't.
that. We're very
fuck?
fortunate. We don't have any STDs yet. Thank
I've
God.
never had herpes twice.
What's that
I've
thing
never
on
had-
your lip? I'm kidding.
My lips are.
Get the
Look,
camera. Zoom in right here.
I'm
There's
really,
something.
I
I'm
think-
really fine right
That's
now.
why he's got that
Nobody-
mustache.
Check me out.
Covering it up.
I grew my beard out for Mike, but no, like I never. Look, I had herpes. No, I
You
had
keep bringing
corona.
up a beard thing, and I gotta tell you something.
The beard.
Because you keep bringing up that. Okay, so look, the first
Is-
time we went to Australia, there was also with the barbecue competition, there was
Mike's
a
beard
beard
was down to
competition. No, you have to hear this. So he decided to grow his beard out months and months in advance. And let me just tell you, like, I groomed that. That's me.
But you know how good looking he is without that.
I like him
No,
with the
Christina,
beard.
listen.
I don't.
She knows. Trust me.
Please
She
don't.
can't
No,
keep her hands
I'm
off
doing
me.
it. Do
Please
you
do
know how
not.
good looking he is without the beard?
I'm into the beard.
He's a good looking dude without it. Just so you know.
I'm into the beard.
I've known him for
You
20
think I'm looking at a
years.
stash?
It's a better
Just-
seat.
Right now, but I'm saying 20 years ago.
Well, I
Good-looking
wasn't
guy.
there then. No,
With
I
the
lo-
blue eyes.
I've
the
lost
fucking,
it.
When
Little
I
bit.
met
hair.
him, he
Hair.
had the beard. I love
It's
the
all
beard.
gone.
All right.
Anyway, so he decides he's
I'm
gonna
gonna grow my beard.
he's gonna
out
grow his
now.
beard out for this beard competition.
Yeah, I am.
And can I tell
I
you,
can't.
please, he looked like the Taliban. And let me just
There
tell you
you
this.
I get pulled. I get searched
Hold
everywhere.
on,
I go.
hold on,
I've
hold
seen
on,
your
hold on.
long beard. I'm like,
But wait.
Mike, what are
so
you doing?
there's another key point to the story you don't know. So he is afraid to fly. As much
I
as
know,
we fly,
he told me.
he's terrified.
off camera.
So he has to be sideways in
Yeah,
order
he
to
has
fly.
to feel a certain way.
So he looks like, I don't even know.
Osama.
Just
Bin Laden.
basically.
Yeah.
And he's drunk, and we're going through security to go to Australia, and he's going, yeah, Mike,
Yeah, let's add to the shit.
stop! It was so, I was like, he's, okay, all right, he's gonna get,
God, I can't wait to travel with you guys. I can't
We're gonna.
fucking wait.
We'll see how
Interesting.
Memphis goes if you behave yourself.
If I behave
I'm
myself,
just kidding, dude. It's a shit show there. You're gonna fit right in.
according
I
to
promise
how
you. Yeah, I
It's a
promise.
this is gone,
Yeah.
they have to behave themselves. So the Taliban, you like that?
what is that?
Tobacco?
Ew.
Oh, you like nicotine?
I do, and that's why
Well,
I'm not
I'm
complaining. Sorry, that's bad. I'm
So the
dying.
Taliban beard.
Yeah, so he
You have a
like,
story?
that, you laughed. That,
That
was
was
the
the story.
punchline.
Okay.
No,
Have we been talking
Yeah.
for 2 hours?
All right.
Shit.
So,
All right, okay, if we're gonna wrap it up, I need to tell the story about how you almost murdered me.
dude, okay, everything right here, right now.
He's been festering.
So I text Mike. I'm like, bro, you got to come on my show, and we have to talk about just whatever the fuck, and like, cause I respect you, all this good stuff, and I want to be your friend. I mean, I've been your
We're
friend.
friends, yeah.
But I mean, I want to know, like,
How you almost had me killed?
no, I said I want you to come on my show, and you're like, well, we have to make this happen because I have to tell you a story about when you almost got me killed. and I text you back. I'm like, you can't just leave it at that. You can't leave it at the fact that like I almost got you killed. So I need to know. So like, tell me.
Here's what happened. So I do most of my.
I was paranoid. I'm like, did I say something? Because
No, dude, like
I've been a drug dealer.
the
I've been.
the FBI got involved in this. I
And when
swear.
you said that, I'm like, holy
I
shit.
told Pascal when it happened. I called Pascal. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Why didn't you call
Because
me?
I didn't know like how close you might have been to this person.
I
I knew it had nothing to do with you intentionally.
When it comes to
had everything
business,
to do with you.
I'm way
It was
closer
all-
to you.
it was all
I'm
your-
way closer to you.
It was probably starts to be your fault, but you have no idea. It was totally
Please
innocent.
tell me this story,
Okay.
but I'm gonna just shut the fuck
I
up.
do most of my social media stuff when I'm taking a shit.
Me too.
So I'm in the bathroom taking a shit. I'm flipping
classy.
through.
And
Facebook.
this is when I almost
This-
got Mike Johnson killed.
Yes, he actually almost got me murdered,
Fuck me.
and the FBI got involved.
Let's
It's
do
true.
it.
Yeah.
I can at least be here
And
to test it.
like the FBI actually had to get involved.
Did he say Bobby?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't use your name. Trust
Go
me, I'm no
ahead.
snitch. Well, I did.
Stitches get stitches.
What? So
I got a lot of stitches in mine. Go ahead.
So, taking a shit, and I'm flipping through Facebook, and there's you, and we're friends, and you're funny and stuff, and I like your posts are pretty
I
funny.
talk a lot of fucking
You run your
shit,
mouth
dude.
a lot. It's funny,
Dude.
You're doing a Facebook Live,
All right.
and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this, and I didn't know that. I'm not gonna say nothing. I don't ever post. I've never once posted one thing on Facebook.
Right.
Never personally. I just don't want to get into it, and I don't like commenting or whatever.
Controversy, blah, blah, blah.
He's a creeper.
I like watching
He's a
stuff,
creeper.
and so
I'm both.
you're talking about you're on there, and this is right after maybe April or something, and you're talking about something that I kind of agreed with at the time, but I didn't want to say anything. You're saying all restaurants should be closed to stop this virus. You were saying this back in April,
Yeah.
and so what I pressed.
Was my motorcycle in background?
I don't remember, but you're talking about restaurants needing to be
Yeah.
closed, and I hit it, and I didn't know that if you're on Facebook Live that your name comes up.
It says
That's
you
how
joined,
stupid I am about it.
right?
And so you see this. So Mike Johnson, Mike's
I
on
didn't
there.
tag you. Did I tag you?
You said no, but
No,
you
you just
said
called him out.
You said Mike Johnson from Sugar Fire. He's on here. He's looking. Mike, what do you think about this? And I'm
I
taking
said
a
I
shit.
respect Mike Johnson.
No, you just said Mike. Mike's in here.
Alright,
You said
alright.
Mike, what do you think about this? And I'm taking a shit, and I don't know if I'm. I don't understand how it works. So I don't know if my face is gonna come on there like
Oh my
like FaceTime or
God.
something. So I hang the fucking phone up. I turn it off. I'm like, oh my god, I'm taking a shit. I don't want to be. I'm worried that I'm gonna. be on the
Bobby's
internet.
talking shit about me right now.
You weren't even talking shit about me. You just said, Mike, what do you think about this? And I set my phone down. And I go about, take a shit, go about my business. And about an hour later, I start getting calls from all the restaurants. People freaking
Oh,
out.
fuck.
And I'm like, first off, Angie from downtown Close, she goes, hey, someone just called the restaurant and said that if we don't close, they're going to kill you. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, send me this guy's, we called the cops. Here's his name and number. And I see this guy's name. He's an idiot. I never even heard of the guy. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I never even fucking heard of him. And then another restaurant called another. So all these restaurants are calling me. Some guy's calling around saying if we're responsible for killing people by keeping our dine-in open. This is in April when nothing was closed at this time. So I'm killing all these people, and he's gonna come shoot me if we don't shut all the restaurants down. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I called my partner Charlie. What should we do? So they call the FBI. So they called the FBI and brought him in, and it turns out this guy's a fucking psycho. He is a psycho,
he had
a
bipolar
bipolar
disorder.
fucking psycho. He lives in California. He used to live here.
He's a chef.
I don't want to name his name because he's a known fucking
yes,
idiot, and
yes.
he's a dangerous person.
He's not as popular as us.
No, but he was watching your podcast. He was watching your Facebook thing, all fucking
He's
drunk
probably
or
watching
something.
this, he's definitely gonna
oh
kill
yeah,
you now.
Bobby says Mike should close. Was killing people.
I never said
No,
Mike.
I know, you didn't. So he starts calling around, making fucking death threats on me. So I'm like, bunkered up in our house for like 3 days trying to figure out where this fool lives.
fucking scared.
With the FBI parked outside because he's threatened to kill me.
And he's like, Bobby is
It's
like,
Bobby's
fuck,
fault.
Bobby.
You can't fight crazy. You
Yeah.
can't fight crazy.
It turns out the guy's a little bitch ass. I mean, if I ever see him, I would slap the soul out of his body.
Come
I don't
on.
fucking care.
He's probably
do it.
watching this right now and plotting you.
I
Good
don't
for
care. But still, it's fucking hilarious.
So he.
But I didn't want to text you because I was like, what if Bobby's friends with this guy? But I knew you well enough to know that you had nothing to do with it. But I didn't want you to call the guy and flip out on him because maybe you knew him, but you would have called him and said, hey, what the fuck's your problem? And I didn't want to inflame this guy because they talked to him and he's a fucking psycho. Like, he's a legit psycho. He's tried to kill himself a bunch of times and like made threats to other people and all
But
this.
the FBI got involved.
Yes.
And so when I first asked you to come on my show, I'm like, bro, I want you to come on my show, and you're like, yeah, for sure, we gotta make it happen. I gotta tell you this time that you almost got me killed. And I ponder on that. I'm like, what the you? And I'm like, you can't just leave it like that.
I talked to Pascal. I was like, should I call Bobby and tell him about this? And he was like, I don't know, because I just was worried you're gonna call the guy and flip out on him.
I don't know the fucking dude.
I know. I didn't know that.
He's a fan,
He's an
just
idiot.
like he's your fan.
He's an idiot. Yeah.
He's a chef.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, bro. But when you told me that, I'm like, when you said that, you almost got me killed. I'm like, what the fuck did I say about Mike?
But you didn't say anything bad about me.
I like Mike. Like,
I know. You didn't
he's
say
a
nothing
friend
bad
of
It's
about
mine.
going to be an interesting episode here.
But I was scared. I'm like, why would anybody like put us together and like say I'm
It's the
gonna kill
weirdest
this guy?
thing. It's the weirdest. Just one
Dude.
thing after the other.
Listen, there's a lot of people that
Crazy
wanna
people
kill
out
Mike.
there.
Sometimes it's me.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean,
not the first person wanting to kill me.
Well, shit.
People in this room have tried to kill me.
I don't. Stu?
Now I'm at a table with 2 people now who've tried to have me killed.
Wait, bro, we have never tried. My producer, on the other hand, I don't know.
Stu, you're probably next.
Stu's next. But honestly, like I made a video. I'm like, you know what? Like, just try to stop the spread.
That Tito is kicking in, huh?
Yeah, I've had a few drinks.
Just try.
Drunken Chicken Diaries, bitch.
True to the
So,
word.
like, I wanted to keep my staff safe. I wanted to keep myself safe. And, like, I was like, you know what? We should just close the restaurants to try to... Because at the beginning, we had no idea
Trying
how...
to be a good Samaritan.
We had no idea how bad it was going to get. We didn't know. So I'm like, fuck, if it's that bad, I'm going to keep my staff safe, myself safe, and my mom, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what, the best idea is to shut my restaurant down. And I just said it for myself. I didn't talk about Katie's or Mike's or any other people's restaurants.
Yeah.
But then I said it. I said what I said. I'm like, boom, boom. I said what I said. Rick Lewis, I'm gonna shut it down. And then I don't know. So
Some idiot just watched it and took it the wrong way. And then...
So they thought that I was an advocate for like shut down
everything.
everybody.
And
He was just off his meds
yeah,
for
he's
the
an
day.
idiot. He was off his meds. He's
And
an
then
idiot.
Mike got in the crossfire.
I got into the crossfire.
And people like decided to like, I'm gonna kill Mike.
Yes.
I'm gonna kill Mike. I'm gonna blow up Sugar Fire.
Yes.
Well, guess what? You're a fucking asshole.
He's an asshole.
You're an
Yeah.
idiot. And
He's a known idiot. He's a known... Everyone in town knows him.
watching
He's an
this,
idiot.
I'm not affiliated with either of these two.
He's an
well,
idiot.
in case you're watching this, I dare you to blow my shit up. I dare you.
To get that insurance money.
9816 Manchester Road, Bobby Tesla, blow my shit up. Fuck you. So look, man, you know what? I love you, Mike.
You too, man.
Like for real, man.
I'm glad you didn't have me
Oh,
killed.
that's fine. Yeah.
No, I mean,
Thanks for having us on. It's been
please,
fun.
like, next time you go out of the country, like, ask me if I want to come.
Dude, we're for
I'd
real
love to,
about
yeah.
Memphis and May, though, man.
Yeah.
I'm down to. I will be your sous chef.
You can
When
be
we
the
go to
sous
Memphis,
chef.
you're gonna hang out with
You
a,
can't
with
be
a
the
real
sous
rock
chef,
star.
but you can have your own category and be your own chef.
We got
I
a-
don't
we got a
care.
rock star
Well, we have
friend
a
buddy that
whole
owns a,
formula.
bar in Memphis.
It's insane. You just be like, what the fuck is going on?
Do you like country music?
Yeah, I love it all.
There's a guy called Dale Watson that we're friends with that owns a bar in Memphis, and we'll hang out with him when we go there.
If I can hang out with just half of the people that you know, I'll be happy with that.
But you know, you get the good ones with the crazy ones too. Homeless John, you watching right now?
I'm down with that shit. That's the best
Almost
shit.
Johnny's the best. Yeah.
Homeless Johnny's the best.
I love it. I still got the Rolex on.
I keep
So
forgetting
look,
about my watch. Don't
I'm
let
gonna
me leave out my watch.
get his watch back. I'm gonna buy both of them like G-Shocks. Look.
Can Can we also shout out to the best little 4-year-old in the whole world? It's been
Brixton.
sitting here like a baby, like
2
a little
hours.
angel. Come here,
You
boy.
wanna come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
You
He's
are
been
awesome.
sitting there being perfect.
You're awesome.
This
And
is,
look.
this is our best creation so far.
And he has been riding skateboards, and he's been doing really good. So,
No, it's mine.
Shout
Give it
out.
to me. He's
okay, mommy time.
coming over.
Yeah, he's coming over. All right, shout out to Mike Johnson, Christina Fitzgerald, Brixton with his hair and his
You can follow him on Instagram at Baby Brixton.
baby Brixton.
He's big on the gram.
He's big on the gram.
He's probably bigger than me on the
He has epic photos on the gram.
well,
He's got
Can
like
you get Bobby
600
some
followers.
nuts?
give me some.
Give him some nuts.
We gotta
He's got an aggressive knuck.
we gotta get him a skateboard.
He's
Because
got
He's got
like
a couple.
5.
oh, okay. Well, he already has a skateboard, so I'm an advocate for like the subculture of misfits, and we might have a couple misfits here. I don't know. We got tattoos. We got more tattoos. We got Brixton with the hair and the gangster and everything. So to wrap up the show, Mike, Christina, I'm so glad you came, man. Like,
Yeah,
Us
it was fun.
too.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like,
She
man,
was like,
I'm
fuck.
tired.
She's like, tell him you can't go.
Shit, I'm like, can
We're-
you
we're flying
reschedule?
all- we're
'Cause
flying
we
all
were
day.
flying all day, and also the homeless John person I told you about crashed at our place last night. It
Farting
was
all
a
night.
long, blowing up the bathroom,
Just
going
so
in
you
and out,
know,
smoking all night. I didn't sleep, so
I have my own place. I can shit in my own house, and if I need to
Sold.
shit,
Sold.
if I need to shit at your house, I just need to know it's cool.
Dude, are you ready to be the chicken wing world champion though?
it's gonna happen.
No, dude, this can happen.
Dude, we get lucky on these things.
I'd put you up against anybody.
I'm pretty fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. I mean, chicken wings definitely. I mean, other stuff, pretty cool.
I can beat you at a couple other things, man. I mean, I appreciate you as a chef.
basket
like,
weaving.
I mean, in the culinary world, like I totally have so much respect for you, man.
You too, man. You too.
Like
Thanks.
100%. Like I really respect you as a chef. Like you have paved the way for me in my career. Like I've always looked up to you for the past 20 years, man.
Thank you.
No bullshit. I'm not even saying that.
Appreciate it, man.
Like I've really looked up to you, man. And I don't know if I would be where I am right now without people like you and like Lisa Slade, Paul Hamilton.
How's Lisa doing? I haven't heard from her in a long time.
I haven't either. She was there though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like I've looked
Oh,
up
yeah.
to a lot of people in
Paul
my
too,
career,
I like
man.
Paul too, yeah.
Paul's a good guy, and Gerard Kraft. I need to get him on the show. I don't know if he's down with that. Down for the fuckery.
He'd come.
I met
You
him
would?
on Fox News in the morning.
We've all been on Fox News.
No, I know, but that's the first time I met him.
We talked about tattoos for like 30 seconds. I don't know, but Gerard Kraft's a good dude. I mean, he was nominated for James
a
Beard.
beard, yeah.
Doesn't mean that we can't be, because we can make foams and tweezers
Yeah.
and all that shit. So, Taco Bell, White Castle, Steak and Shake, White Castle.
So you don't get fries when you go there?
Hey, wait
Not-
a minute, let me ask you something.
Not Steak and Shake fries.
Brixton, where's the best barbecue and where's the best burger? What's the name of the place? Where's your favorite burger you ever get? Don't be nervous.
Please don't be.
He's shy.
Braxton,
This guy, Brixton.
Brixton, best hamburger.
What's your best favorite burger?
McDonald's?
He calls it a burg.
Steak and Shake.
He's like, I'm taking a burg.
Where's the best burger?
Cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Where?
but where's the
Where,
cheeseburger
though?
from? What's the name of the restaurant?
High Point?
No.
No, don't
Don't
influence.
you don't
Don't
influence
do
him.
that.
Oh, Sugar Fire?
No.
He's a Sugar Fire Burger fan. He is.
Do you like McDonald's?
Yeah.
We never get McDonald's.
That too.
Maybe that too.
Every kid likes
We don't have-
cheeseburgers from McDonald's.
I don't think he's had McDonald's maybe once.
No, he's at McDonald's because your mom got it for him.
So you like burgers from McDonald's?
He likes
Yeah.
any burgers.
Give me 5.
His favorite, well, he gets Carl's a lot too.
He is a Carl's fan.
Yeah.
So why don't you come see me more often?
My dad picks it up for him.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
go to Carl's.
Yeah.
I love it there. I just don't ever go there.
You got my number for like the past 10 years. Okay. Well, okay, guys. I want to thank my guests like Mike and Christina and Brixton. Let's give it out with a shout out to St. Louis. Thank you guys for watching. Peace
He's
out.
throwing up gang signs right now. I
Throw
don't
up the
even know
gang
what that is.
signs. Sugar Fire, St. Louis Wing Company, High Point, Chicken Out. We're out. Peace.
Bye.